Hello, you're listening to the Eric McKenna Project.
All right, let's just go into it now. First off, thanks for being here, both of you.
Yes.
And schedules are always a bitch, and I guess you've been a little bit busy recently, so it's been. But I thank you both, both of you. Well, you too. And it's hard to get you here. So.
We
were just laughing at Adam.
He ain't got no kids. I ain't got no fucking job and training.
I got no job.
No job,
It's
no
Friday.
kids, no wife. Nothing, man. We got shit. He just told you, I don't own that damn gym. He can leave whenever he wants to.
And I'll tell you, he was a little harder to get here than you, actually. Like,
What?
you know, you were,
I said, as long as my thing was, I was like, during the daytime, my shit's all over the place. Like, the kids were like, I forgot I had to go drop one off at gymnastics, pick her up, and she just still did. The kids have phone, like, hey, you come pick me up? I'm like, the fuck I know? I got shit planned out. I'm trying to teach class and do that.
Now that I'm coaching now, I mean, everybody's pulling a piece out of me.
A gun or what the fuck you talking about?
I was trying to make it sound
Y'all
good.
serious and shit?
I was trying to make it sound
time, right?
good, man. Like, you know. You didn't see me dressed up at Thor today down Stouts?
No, you're just a Thor.
Shit.
Really?
You were dressed as Thor.
Were you like Fat Thor?
Come on,
there's
man.
a Fat Thor?
This Fat Thor. I know you were a fucking Fat Thor. I know you are
I was
so
real
wrong.
Thor. And then Andy goes, you're not Fat Thor, but you're not regular Thor.
Exactly. You're like in between.
You're in between. I said, I'm Thor on Truly's during quarantine.
Oh my Lord Jesus!
Oh man,
I can see.
I gotta
where
see
this
that
is
picture
going.
now.
It's on my Instagram.
It's like a vertically
Wait,
identical one.
Did you
I
want to
haven't been
follow
on
me?
social. I haven't been on social media at all that much because I've been
unfollowed
busy
me?
living life and shit. Like I told you,
Like
Life
the
is rough.
real world.
You need
like the
another
real
one?
world. Like everyone. Yeah. Fuck it. Sponsored by.
Potentially.
Yeah, there we go.
The nice young.
Got some blueberry acai in here.
See, I'm kind of confused on that whole thing because, like, you know, us older folks, you know, we look back and see that shit and like, what the fuck is that stuff?
Yeah,
It's
But everybody loves it now.
well,
it's
because I'm single and
Yeah.
I drink these, like
Yeah.
everybody thinks I'm gay now.
Thinks?
Oh, come on, man.
Thinks or no?
Come
Thinks or
on,
no?
man. Come
I
on,
mean,
man.
these are good. I mean, like they're just. I like them because they're like 5%. I've never been a strong drinker.
Right.
Like they told me about this like camp. Is Bruno, right?
Oh, you
Did they
wouldn't
go to this
survive.
old wrestling stuff and they get all wasted shit? I'm like, it always turned me off when they start telling me about how much they would drink. I'm like, nah, I'm good, man. I'm like, I drink like 5 of these, and I'm like,
I'm good.
I can barely walk and shit. I'm like,
DJ tried wrestling a bear cub up there one year. You know
Where's
my
the
boy
big bear
DJ? That's why I told him
That's
to get
really
back in the truck.
stupid.
It was like his little 60-pound bear cub. He jumps out of the back of my truck. Like I stopped, and I was like, "Hey, look, there's a bear!" And he jumps out of the truck, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna wrestle." And I was like, "Dude, what do you think the
there's a
mom is?" Like,
she'll maul you to death, dude. That's a known thing of nature. Mother bears maul people over their children. So, y'all was that drunk?
we were sober then. We hadn't drank a single drop yet.
I can't believe that. Were you drunk from the night before?
That's possible.
Hungover, drunk, and still drunk. If you get pulled over, you say, "Drunk, I was drinking."
It was like
all
2
night.
in the
He goes, I
afternoon.
can tell. I can tell, sir.
It was
Here's
like
your
2.
ticket, and you're going to jail.
It was like 2 in the afternoon. I just put a roof on my camp, and we were driving back to the wrestling camp. So, like, I was definitely sober by that point.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
How's the pandemic for both of you? Because we don't like to date these shows. We talked about that last time, but
Right.
we have to. We're like in a fucking pandemic. So it's like toward the end of October here, 2020, the year of death.
I ran
Death
a
Star.
marathon 1 year ago today.
Really?
Well, I ran the Marine Corps Marathon 1 year ago today.
Huh? Could you
What
run
does
it
that have
now?
to? What does that have to? I was say, what does that matter about right now? Like, we did a lot of shit 1 year.
I asked them if they could run it again.
Perspective.
I
What does that matter?
They're not having a
Did
marathon
it pop up
now.
on your story? You like, shit, I
did.
ran that marathon last year. Damn, dog.
It did pop up on my story.
Make you feel
Really?
some kind of way.
Like hate. That was terrible, man. I'll never do
The
that
Marine
again.
Corps Marathon.
Yeah.
Did you have to carry shit?
As a full,
No.
Oh, I didn't know if it was like a ruck. The ruck that
Right,
you carry
right,
the backpack
right.
and stuff.
Dude, I've barely carried my own ass for over 26 miles.
Get 26 miles?
Yeah.
Y'all are
it is a
stupid.
full marathon.
Like, why would you do that?
I never ran a race
Yeah,
before.
why would you do that?
So I never ran a race before, and I always wanted to run a
Your
marathon.
body's not made
so
for
I was
running,
just
though.
like, no, not at all.
Like, you found that out the hard way.
Oh, and I was late, and I got lost in D.C., and I was like, I had to run like 2 miles just to get to the starting line. It was terrible.
So you ran 28 miles. His story, anyways.
Ew, no. I know better. I don't do any.
It was uphill both
runs
ways,
like that.
too.
Yeah, of course. In the
snow.
snow.
With snow, yeah, in the snow. That's the old folks.
So running isn't a part of your training for what you
no,
do?
I don't run at all.
Really, no cardio.
I do cardio.
No
I just
running
don't,
cardio.
I just don't run. I'll sprint. I do hill sprints on Canton Avenue.
Okay.
We're old now. It hurts our hips.
I've never
and
ran
knees.
though. I never liked to run. Like
Me
ever.
neither.
I played basketball when I was younger, and it messed my knees up.
Really?
I just don't like running. It just doesn't help me at all.
You remember when me and Shaka were supposed to play you and Jericho
Y'all's
in
gonna get
basketball?
Y'all's gonna get fucked up.
Yeah,
no,
right.
wait. Who was it? No, me and my brother were supposed to play. Me and Akeem, my older brother, was supposed to play you and Mark. It just popped up on my story the other day. Me and Akeem were supposed to play you and Mark.
I'm not playing basketball with Mark. I see how athletic he is, and I'm not losing.
That was the thing. It was
They
you and Mark were
gangster
supposed to play me and Akeem. Akeem plays basketball like every week now. He's been doing that since he was a kid. He plays basketball all the time.
Dude, Mark is like the most unathletic kid.
Mark says he can play, but I don't fucking believe it.
No way.
I don't think he can dribble the fucking ball. So our friend Mark, good friend, he's like little Italian dude, like this big, like 5'6" and shit. But his legs are like thick as this fucking table, and there's no way he can dribble the ball between his legs. He swears he can play basketball and shit. I'm like, nah.
I feel like he would have been pretty good at football, but like basketball is like I don't see it.
He's too short. What's he gonna do? Foul. Foul. You're out. He's like 5'6". You're out, Mark. You gotta go. This is the first quarter. Mark
that
been
mic
fouled
towards a little
out.
bit. Like just toward the direction of it. None of the other way. Just like this, more toward that's it. There we go. That was you're talking toward the front of it. That's
Nobody ever accused me of being smart, so you gotta be specific with me.
You want to say something? I set you up
I
perfectly.
don't even have to say anything. He knows. I actually try to build him up when he says stuff like that. I'm like, Dempsey, we love you. This is the way you are.
Yeah, you like a puppy too. I mean, what's the difference?
So back to the pandemic.
Man, you're gonna have to keep
man.
us on topic.
That's
We're
okay.
gonna get off topic real quick.
That's okay. Yeah. Well, before we get here, I get a message from Mr. Dempsey. I have Trulies. I'm like, oh Jesus.
You're like, truly what? You truly what? Like, no, the drinks, dude.
Well, so your gym. Last time we were here, you were talking about how membership was a little sketchy there because everybody was afraid, and naturally, and good for reasons, and so forth. Is it coming back?
It is. It's just taking its time. I mean, like everything just takes time. Like me, I'm one. I don't try to rush stuff. Like everything's just on its own
Right.
period of time. But it is coming back. Like everyone's getting back to doing things. I mean, there was a minute there. For a minute, I thought the whole world was going to end. Like I went
all
to my
did.
friend's house, got my guns and shit. I'm dead serious.
Are you serious?
I just took my friend back. I have a 9mm, but I went and got like an AKA and like two. I was like,
What?
yo, man, I look like stupid. I'm gonna be ready.
You got guns?
Yeah. I mean, like, I shit. My buddy, one of my best friends, Brad, he's like a gunsmith. Like, he makes his own guns. He fucking walk into his house, his guns hanging from the ceiling and
My
shit.
great grandpa was a gunsmith.
Really? So he like, but he's probably, my man's probably like a shitty gunsmith. He like orders, he's not like a hammer and metal gunsmith. He'll like order plastic parts and build a gun that might blow up on you or some shit. But
That's not a gunsmith.
I know, he's just a guy that likes guns and builds this shit. Like he's not an old school gunsmith. He's not like somebody like carving knives and shit like back in the 80s and 800s. You know, he's not one of those dudes. That was your grandpa. Your grandpa's fans was probably all burnt and shit from like carving metal and shit. It's not like now. He's a gunsmith, a fun gunsmith. Like he likes guns, but he calls himself a gunsmith.
Man,
It's like people are like, "Oh, I'm an entrepreneur." You sell soda in the corner.
Wait, you mean
Nah.
that
You pretend to be an influencer on
Yeah, I'm
social
an
media.
influencer. I'm an influencer. What do you do?
Who are you influencing?
I just influence people to do shit. Like, what do you mean? That's
I never understood that, the whole influencer thing. Like,
Listen,
Because it's not a real career.
dude.
It's not a real thing.
Me and Sax.
for the majority of people.
Me and Sax went to the Performance Institute, or one of our Uber drivers, this guy, he was telling me, oh yeah, I do this, I do this. Yeah, you ever thought about weight cutting here? I got this whole system down. He's telling me all this shit. Meanwhile, he's driving my Uber. He goes, I've been doing this shit forever. I've helped all this. I'm like, all right, cool. And in the back of my head, I'm always scratching, what the fuck you driving Uber? Right? I'm like, and then he goes, and then I start following him on Instagram, or he sends me a thing on Instagram, and Sax was like, yo, check his thing. I swear his thing was like, vegan life specialist, like weight cutting specialist, fighting specialist, entrepreneur specialist, social media modify. Like he had like a million thing, and he was like influencer, and he had like all this shit, and like every post was something different. He's like selling something, or he's giving you something. Like, yo, how the fuck do you do this stuff? That's what influencers do.
I went out to Vegas to Corner Stands the one time. And we were in his Uber, and the lady driving the Uber said that her granddaughter was the voice of the little girl from Moana.
Fuck out of here!
I was
really?
like, she was like, yeah, I met The Rock. He's so cool, and this and that. I'm like, man, if your granddaughter is the voice of Moana, like, what are you driving Uber for in Vegas? Like, she couldn't move you out of here or nothing. Like, come on now.
Was she Hawaiian?
Yeah, she was.
That's halfway there.
Halfway there.
That's halfway there.
Could be true.
Hawaiian, like halfway there.
Could be true.
But she could have just been saying it because she was Hawaiian too.
I mean, that's her get off. She's like, yeah, man.
Well,
like, you know,
just using what she got.
I mean, I was thinking about starting to drive Uber.
I did it. That's why I kept the gym. When I first got the gym, I drove Lyft for like 8 months. Cause I need to make money, so I was like, oh, I was broke as fuck. Like, running the gym, you don't make money. You're
Bro,
broke.
I wish I would have got you as an Uber driver.
Dude, I was fun as fuck. I give motherfuckers candy. I tell the guys, this is no bullshit. I'd have condoms. And I pick up, I swear to God, I would give young dudes condoms. I'd be driving to the south, like, yo, man, I'll be doing your. They're like, yeah, motherfucker. I'd be leaving tips and shit. Like, yeah, I thought I was at the bar. I don't use those motherfuckers. I had a whole empty. Half those motherfuckers probably got kids now using those old raggedy condoms I gave them.
Khama's over here putting needle holes in condoms, giving them out to the kids on the south side.
I'm giving them condoms from like fucking 2005 and shit. Thanks, man. Great, man.
It was in his wallet in high school.
Yeah, I'm like, I got kids, motherfucker. Obviously, I don't use those fucking things.
Reusable.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, use no fucking condoms. Time, right?
Reusing that shit. Bringing a Ziploc bag with you.
Wait, did you see that article? They just found that, like, I think it was in Thailand or some shit, like 350 used condoms were found. Like, they confiscated 350,000 used condoms.
Yeah,
true story. I was like, there's no fucking way.
I saw it. They were like trying to reuse them or something.
People were taking. First of all, where do you find the old condoms at? I'm like, whose job is it? I mean, like, okay, everybody has a job. Like, I mean, like, you're like, okay, what's your job? I gotta like to clean out the porta johns and shit. But who's the guy that's like, I gotta go collect all the used condoms? And I mean, like, motherfuckers want to get paid real bad. They're like, yo, if I can collect 18,000 used condoms and put them in a package, I can make about $150,000. Let's go collect them condoms. The fuck? They're just covered in plastic jizz and shit.
This is $20 is $20. It's
time. Like, life is rough. I guess I'm sitting there talking this shit, but life must be rough for some motherfuckers. So rough that they're willing to clean out jizz from the condom, clean it, sanitize it, wrap it up in plastic, and sell that shit again.
Yeah, but did they relubricate it? Like, I mean,
I don't. They spit. I don't fucking know. Baby oil? I don't fucking know.
Bro, we need to get back on topic. This is
the topic.
If you're trying to get some and you break your condom open and it's dry, you don't fucking, oh, never mind. I'm gonna use this dry ass condom. Like, you're not gonna be like, oh, baby, this condom's dry, it doesn't feel right. Nope, you're gonna take that dry ass condom and blow into the dust. That's fine. I'm okay. You're gonna fucking run with it. That's just the way it is.
They see the conversations we have at the gym.
Yes, while we're training.
For real. We'll be like punching each other in the face and having a conversation like this. Like
at the same time. I always wondered about fighters. Yeah, when you guys spar or even just train together, do you actually have full blown conversations in the midst of kicking each other's ass?
Yeah.
It depends.
Certain people. My
Yeah.
little brother, he's an asshole. He'll be, what the fuck you up? Like, he's an asshole. He'll talk shit to you while he's sparring with you.
I
like,
experienced that for the first time a couple months ago.
For shotgun?
Yeah, like I was watching these two spar, and I was just like, what the hell are they doing? Like they're sitting there, like I
Talking
thought, like
shit the
I
whole
thought
time.
they were
Really?
about to like throw down, like
And we just talk. It's just a family thing, but especially with me and my brother, like we'll just fight the whole time we're sparring. Like we're fighting, talking shit, getting hit with your mouth open because you're talking shit.
Holy hell.
Like, that's it. That's how it is.
I'll never forget when I was sparring Dan Kakuta the first time. And
I know exactly what you're about to say.
I took him down because his leg kicks were nasty, and so I was like, "Yeah, I ain't getting kicked in the leg no more." Like, so I took him down, and he starts humming, and I was
Starts what?
humming, like he was like humming, like
old jazz songs.
yeah, and like I got so
He's talking
pissed
Billie
off.
Holiday.
Dude, he was this dude Dan Kakuta is like the smoothest cat. That's why he talks.
Okay.
And he like licks his lips like smooth ass motherfucker. Like smell like baby oil and shit. Like all the honey's on Kakuta. That's my fucking man. That's my dude. That's my big bro.
So he starts humming, and I'm like, "Yo, what? Why is he humming? Like it's pissing me off." So like I'm trying to like choke him out or whatever, and like so I get off to like we're done sparring. It was at the old gym, and I talked to somebody. I was like, "Yo, why the hell was that dude humming while I'm trying to choke him out? Like this is some bullshit." And they're like, "Dude, he does that to stay calm because if he didn't do that, he would freak out." And like I like took it a completely different way after that, and like I was like, I became like good friends with him after that. But like I for real wanted to like whoop his ass because I'm like, who's this dude humming? Like
That would have freaked me to fuck out.
I was so pissed.
Dude, I hated Dan. I hated everyone.
You hated me?
Just be truthful. I hated everyone. All of my friends from training, I despised them. I like at first encounter. Like Dan Kakuta, I fucking hated him. Cause like I said, he walk around. He's from New York. He had Timbs. He walk around with his Timbs all the time. He be smelling all fresh. It's just Kakuta. Listen, dog, know what I'm saying, man? I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here with this fucking dude. And then, like he said, Kakuta ended up becoming like a big brother to me. That's like my big brother. Like, but like I hated him. Cause
Dude, that's one of my favorite stories.
It was so weird because fucking like our gyms used to hate each other for nothing because Pittsburgh is stupid and we fight amongst each other and that's we're like crabs in a barrel. Like we just fight amongst each other so no one gets anywhere.
Okay.
So we didn't like each other. Dempsey was in the UFC. I'm like, yeah, fuck him. He's in the UFC. He ain't shit, man. Fuck him. And I met him at this fight. And I walk up on him and I'm gonna go see what this motherfucker is. And he goes, "What's up?" Like real basic and natural. Like, "What's up, man?" I think he's like chewing some shit, spitting into his cup. "What's up, bro? Yeah, good fight, man." I'm like, what the fuck is he so cool for? And then I met his coach Isaac, and Isaac's like a goddamn monk. I'm like, I couldn't even get mad at this guy. I'm pretty sure he like bowed to me or something. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? These guys are chilling. And this whole time I was being told, "Oh no, fuck them, we don't like them." And I remember thinking at that time, I was like, yo, what the fuck, man? Like, this is ridiculous. Then I started training with them, and I was just like, I started kind of getting cool with them, talking to them, shit. And then, and now they're like one of my best buds. Like,
now he comes up on Sunday and gets his ass whooped every week.
Oh, every fucking week. That's the whole reason I go. They be fucking me up. It's cool though. It's cool though. It's a necessary evil. I don't like it, but it's a necessary evil. But it's like even my one of my good friends, Mark. Like when I first met him, I'm like, fuck him. I was like, he's the enemy. Because at the time I trained with Fight Club Pittsburgh, and everybody, my old coach was like, if you're not training here, you're the enemy. I just walk around like this. Fuck you, like everybody. Yeah. And Mark, he like, I remember I'd see him. He was like the pride of bloom for he fucking had glasses on. He's just fucking cocky dork. Like, fuck him, man.
He's still a cocky dork.
He's still a cocky dork. I tell people all the time, if I didn't know Mark, I'd think he was a fucking cunt. But because I know him, he's my cunt. So I'm like, he's my friend, and don't talk about him.
Man, you gotta hit him with the hard T.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So I don't know if I could train with you guys. I think I'd be laughing too hard.
We're clowns. Like we're like it's
until you pop me in the face.
Yeah.
Then I get
Dempsey's not gonna punch. He's just gonna crank your neck. My neck's hurting from Dempsey permanently. He's injured 12 of his good friends, like training partners. I screamed.
Who did I injure?
Hey, listen,
name one person I injured.
Francis Healy, another person that I fought when we were hating each other. Now, like he's actually one of my favorite friends from the Mat Factory. I tell
don't
you
put
this.
That, don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Listen, he ranked his neck. My man, Fadi Schumann, he ranked his neck. Like they call him the Nexecutioner. Or they call him like because he'll grab your neck and like rip your shit off.
John Mulgrave gave him the name the Dempseycutioner.
Yeah, dude. So listen. 2 weeks ago, we're doing Dempsey. I come up to the mat factory. We're like, oh yeah, today we're gonna be fucking working on fucking snap downs. That's when the person has your neck.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, all right, cool. All right, I'm here with this long ass neck and shit. Dempsey goes, come on, let's get some fucking work. I'm like, get the fuck away from me. No, so he tries to guilt trip me. I'm going, fine, whatever. We'll get some work. He's cranking my neck, and I'm trying to tap. I'm screaming, and I'm tapping, and he's not.
He's making this up. He is making this up right now.
He's fucking ripping my neck off. I'm like. And he goes, oh, I didn't know you were tapping, bro. I'm like, damn, son, what the fuck, man? My neck's all fucked up since, dude. It's cool.
He skipped workout. He skipped working out with me last week.
I did. Didn't I? What
You use that
week?
shit as an excuse.
You were like, oh, I started lifting. And my
my strength coach put me through my regimen, but he didn't. My strength coach is an asshole. He's kind of like him, too, like this big-ass. Dude, he's like this big-ass, burly-ass, strong motherfucker.
I don't even lift, bro.
Yo, this motherfucker's so fucking strong. And because he used to fight, like, he's even more of an asshole. So he, like, so when he makes me lift, he doesn't give me, like, time off. Like, I haven't gotten to my strength program in, like, 5 months. And we just started right back up where I left off. He goes, okay, let's go. And so my body was, like, the nervous system in my body was just shutting down. I could barely move. But I did it last week. I mean, I felt good on Friday after I did it. So I'm pretty much back.
We working out this week?
Yeah, we'll be there. I'm jacking you up. I'm working on the jumping knee shit.
Yeah, you're gonna give me a black eye like freaking John did to Isaac?
Yeah, dude. He didn't get John. Wait,
he cut him open.
He like busted him off.
Busted his whole. I think he broke his nose.
Dude, oh my! And then Isaac,
Isaac's a doctor. It's literally a doctor.
Isaac is such a good dude. When John almost kills this guy in a fight from a jumping knee, Isaac posted a picture of him all fucked up. Like, I know what John's knees can do. I'm like, man, fuck that. He almost put your fucking knees open. Oh my god, yeah. I be telling him, like, yo, John, don't be killing. So what happened was he tried to kill Isaac. Isaac's like, what, 46?
I think he's 44, 45.
Yeah. Right.
He's like he's a D. He's a high-level world-class wrestler, black belt. He's like.
He's a 3-time All-American, and he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, he's an asshole if he gets a hold of you, which he will get a hold of you. And, like, he'll do shit like slam you around, like, talk to you, make you feel like a child. Like, hey, what you need to do? And, like, slamming and shit. And he's all, like I said, he's one of the nicest people on the planet, but he's, like, literally, like, making you feel like a 5-year-old as he's slamming you around and telling you shit.
Me and Isaac had our friend's anniversary on Facebook today.
Really? How long has it been?
I don't know, like, on Facebook, like 9-10 years.
Damn, really? I feel bad for Isaac.
Yeah, I've known him a lot longer than that. I've known him for like 15 years now, at least.
Friends anniversary.
I was mad that
you that cute.
I am someone's basic white girl.
You're drinking. You're sitting here bringing Truly to him and be like,
because he's a basic bitch. That's what he is.
I got the fucking Trulies, guys.
You're drinking them too right now.
Well, I mean, like, because it's fucking put in front of me. I'm like, I didn't like go to the store and pay money for this shit. I drink real drinks like Mami.
So how do you determine when you go to buy this swill? How do you determine whether you're going to buy Truly or the White Claw?
The
White Claw is for suckers.
That's a swear word to me.
Okay, why did you pick one over the other?
So first of all, the blueberry acai is the best flavor, hands down.
Okay.
I mean, if there's no Truly, like I went to a wedding a couple weeks ago, it was only White Claw. I mean, I'm not gonna not drink at a wedding, but I mean, if you're buying it and it's not giving it to you for free, you gotta buy Truly.
But see, I prefer shit with a little bit more flavor to it. Like I like something more sugar. So I sent you the picture the other day. I was drinking Not Your Father's root beer and
that grandpa,
yeah. I like. They taste better. These are good, but they don't taste good.
Got it.
Like they taste like alcohol.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they fuzzy
all that tastes
alcohol.
is blueberry.
That's a problem. When you start drinking so much alcohol, you go, I just taste blueberry. Like that's the problem.
It's my frat boy summer, man. I've had a frat boy summer. I'm
frat boy summer. What the fuck does that mean?
He's like running through walls, running around naked, fucking people's moms and shit. That's what frat boy summer's all
about.
Oh my
god!
So I was at a bachelor party about a month and a half ago, and I wake up the next day. It was like for some reason the bachelor party was on like a Monday. Like it was like
right.
And I woke up the next day. I'm on somebody's Snapchat story, butt ass naked, and I'm like, whoa, what the hell just happened?
Let me guess. The Truly just tasted like blueberry. That night you're like, Truly tastes like blueberry. 18 Truly's different.
No, that was
Truly still tastes like
that
blueberry.
was a bad weekend. That was a bad weekend because I met up with my one buddy up in Mount Washington, And the next morning, I woke up at my other buddy's parents' house, but my other buddy wasn't there. We were just at his parents' house, and I was like, "Oh,
how did we get in
man,
here?
what the hell happened tonight?" So we wake up. It's like 7:30 in the morning. It was like a holiday weekend or something, and his dad is like drinking. It's like 7:30, and we're like,
Damn.
"Screw it!" We just woke up and started drinking again.
My body ain't built like that. How do you do that now?
I've never had a
It must
hang.
be because you're like in between Thor. Like
He's in between Thor.
I'm over here built like the Black Panther. My ass can't drink like that. I drink that shit, I'm out. I wake up the next morning, I hate alcohol for like a month. I
I've
don't
never
even
had a
smell that
hangover
shit.
in my life.
Oh,
like I'm
yeah.
built to be an alcoholic.
Have you ever like
built to
you ever
be an
been like out of
alcoholic.
country and drink?
Out of country?
Out of country, like foreigners, like outside of America and drink alcohol.
Yeah, I
like
drank.
you was in Ireland, right?
Dude, I was in Ireland a week after my fight. I
Yeah.
got hammered in Ireland. This girl tried roofing me over there. But like I was with my ex at the time.
This
and-
motherfucker. Where's the camera at? This motherfucker's lying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
So-
Ain't no broad trying to roofie his ass.
Nah.
Unless they're gonna kidnap him for his kidneys or something.
I mean, it was possible. She might have.
No, she just wanted all of this.
Actually,
Fuck out of here. I'm not falling for this
that's
shit.
how I managed to stay single all these years.
Bitches trying to roofie me and
She might have been a lesbian and trying to roofie my girlfriend. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
that
Like,
makes more sense.
Here
So
we go.
we were-
The truth comes out.
So I don't really remember because this is like 6-7 years ago. So like it was my Ireland fight. So
I remember that.
So I'm drinking with this dude from Australia. He's like showing us a picture of his family and his kids, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. So he's buying around, then I'm buying around, and then this dude, he's from like downtown Dublin, comes over. So we buy
Conor
like.
McGregor. Listen, this motherfucker wouldn't know. He met Dana White and didn't know who the fuck he was.
Wait,
He thought
what?
Dana White was fucking Joe Rogan. I'm like, oh, when he told me that, I'm like, he goes, they all look alike. I'm like,
He said that to you.
dude. Yeah, he goes, they all look alike, dude. Like Joe and Dana. I'm like, they don't look alike at all.
Yeah, that was another embarrassing story. That was the same fight. That was the same fight.
Nice to meet you,
You ain't
Joe.
gonna be on his podcast.
I mean, I never met Joe, but I thought I did. But I didn't, I
Instead,
guess.
it was just the president of the UFC. Nice to meet you, Joe Rogan. You smoke weed and take DMT on that fucking show. It's awesome. Dana White sitting like, what the fuck are you talking about? But that's Dempsey.
Oh shit, man.
Famous people should just stay away from me because
You don't know.
I don't know them. I'll make them feel stupid. Like,
Oh, who's that football player? The one that down at the thing you did down in Florida.
James Devlin.
Yeah.
What happened?
I was like this. I think it was June or July. I did a Murph challenge down in Florida. And this dude, he's like doing the Murph right next to me the whole time. I don't know. I have no idea who he is, but he was like a nice guy. Like so I'm sitting there talking to him the whole time. So somebody tags a picture of like him from the event. I was like, yeah, that's James Devlin. He's a running back for the New England Patriots. Like, I had no clue that that's who that was. Like, he was like an average dude, a little bit bigger than me. Like,
Right.
He was just a cool dude. So
Right.
I didn't know he was famous.
You take him with you when you go places?
I do, but like
For amusement?
not when I go places with famous people, because I want them to feel like we're cool and shit. And he's like, Wesley, you Wesley Snipes? Oh my bad, I didn't know who the fuck Wesley Snipes
Wesley
was.
Snipes.
Shaquille O'Neal, who
Is
are you?
he
I'm
still
like,
famous?
Wesley Snipes, fuck yeah, that's my favorite person. Wesley Snipes is damn sure famous in my book. I'm like, I've been a Wesley Snipes fan for years, dude.
My dad was a cop.
Is he out of prison?
Huh?
Is he out of prison?
He's been out for a while now.
Okay, all
He's
right.
been out for like at least like 5 or 6 years now.
Okay.
My dad was a cop in Swickley Heights. So they used to have this big fireworks show on 4th of July. And so my senior year of high school, I'm playing catch with my one buddy, Angelo. And we're on the golf course up there at Allegheny Country Club, just like playing catch. And this little kid comes running over and he's like, hey man, can we play catch with you? And like, I'm like an 18-year-old kid, like summer after my senior year, feeling all cool, going to college next year. I'm like, no man, get the hell away from me. And he's like, I'm going to tell my dad. And I looked at him, I was like, I don't care, tell your dad, I'll beat your dad up. So he like runs away, and comes back with Lynn Swan.
Dude, you know what my brain was thinking? I'm sitting there like, it's probably Lynn Swan. It's probably Lynn Swan. Oh, fuck, it is Lynn Swan.
This dude's running for governor at the time.
Oh, my
and he's
God,
like,
that's great.
I guarantee you he went back and was like, hey, Dad, this kid told me he's going to beat you up. He comes back and he's like, hey, can my son play football with you guys? And I was like, felt like the biggest idiot in the world. I was like, here you go. I just gave him the football.
Lynn Swan, catch. Like, my bad. I'm an asshole.
Of course that's going to happen. Hey, so not to break the comedy routine here, because you two are freaking hysterical. Seriously. But now we can go back to the comedy routine, because I'm having a good time with it. But I have to ask you, though. So what's the arrangement now? Explain a little bit about the arrangement of, are you in a holding pattern? How does this work for you?
For fighting?
Yes.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm just, now because of the whole COVID shit, like, you can get fights a lot sooner than you can. It's just all kind of like depends on what you want. Like,
okay.
So I told him I wanted to fight in December. I told my manager in December. So we're waiting. We're like, he hit me up and told me. So I'll probably know of an opponent probably for the next like 2 or 3 weeks or so. So
okay.
I have like 4 or 5 weeks, maybe 3 weeks to get.
So it's pretty quick. I mean, you got to kind of stay in shape and ready to go all the time.
Yeah,
right?
I like to stay in shape. Like I have, like I was saying, I have teammates because I own a gym. I'm always teaching and shit, like, and I'm always coaching and stuff. And he's always like, "Yo, motherfucker, we train on Thursday." so I never really get like time off. Like I never like some guys get fat, like really fat, out of shape. Like yeah, Dom. Dom, if you're watching this, I didn't say that he did.
Yeah, he almost weighed as much as me. He fights at 135.
All right, motherfuckers some guys get to be like, I can't, like, the biggest I've got to was like 182. And that's me like sloppy Joe, fucking yogurt and fucking ice cream. I'm sitting there like, I can't move. I can't operate like that. Okay. Like, once I look down and like start feeling like, oh, fuck, I'm going to have to work to get back into shape. I hate that feeling. I injured my thumb once. I dislocated my thumb and I was like 192. And then I just went right back into my workouts when they cleared me to work out again. And I almost died. And now I realize why like people get out of shape and never get back into shape. Because once you're out of shape, you're out of shape. You're a fucking circle. You're a shape. It's just a circle. You're a circle. Like it's easy to stay that circle than to fucking get back into the shape you were before. So
round is a shape.
Like, yeah, round is a shape. Motherfuckers like, I'm circle. I'm in a shape. So
I've never heard that before.
That's the reason why.
You're like a circle.
Yeah, like you're still in shape. It's just
you're a circle.
Like a circle. so yeah, I don't allow myself to get that much out of weight. I don't. Okay. It sucks getting back into shape.
Okay.
So yeah, like whatever they say, hopefully sometime in December, we're looking to get one more in before the end of this year and stuff, and we just take it from there.
You ready?
Yeah, man. I'm like, shit. And I'm actually itching. Like, after my last fight that I lost, it was my first loss in like 4 years. I went on a 7-fight winning streak. I was like, I didn't feel good for the fight. Everything was just off.
Well, talk about that. When you say you didn't feel good for the fight,
I was
the travel.
No, everything. The camp was awesome. The camp and preparation was awesome.
You're welcome.
Yeah, he helped out a lot for that. Cause I did a lot of fucking work with him. I had a lot of guys, had some pro boxers coming in. So the camp was great. It was just I overanalyzed the moment of the fight. Like, you can't overanalyze the anticipation. Like you were saying, what happens after the fight. I was overanalyzing what happens if I lose, what happens if I win, instead of living in the moment. When it comes to fighting, you can't pre-anticipate anything. Like, that's the cool thing about fighting is the person that wins usually is the person that shows up that night. The best person doesn't always win for fights. In fact, I think like 70% of the time the best person doesn't always win. It's the person that shows up ready to go that night that wins.
It's so much more mental than
that was my question. You said show up mentally.
Yeah, you guys show up here because you're physically. I mean, I tell people all the time. Yeah, I'm like, if it was just physical, CrossFit motherfuckers would be running the UFC.
Right.
But they can't because they be in there crying and shit. They got kicked.
Today I was actually watching that. What's that that show with Jalen Rose on it on ESPN?
Pros versus Joes?
No, it's like Jalen and somebody else's name. Well, he was, because Jalen Rose played in the NBA for a while. Yeah. He was saying, like, listen, at this level, everybody is the same athletically. Like everybody at this level is equal. Well, not equal, but they're close to equal on the.
Yeah, you're all high level college players, and now you're in the NBA.
Yeah, right. it's who can show up and who can be there mentally and know that they've done the right things to get there.
Huh.
And then it's like, for me in that fight, I was overanalyzed. Like, I remember I stepped in the cage.
You didn't look like yourself in that fight.
Like, everyone said that, and like, I just, my coaches, I didn't warm up, I didn't get in the right, and I'm not taking anything away from my opponent. Oh, he came out ready and he did exactly what I thought he was going to do. We knew he was going to do that, but I didn't do any of the right things. I didn't do anything I was supposed to do. Like, I stepped in the cage, I remember I felt the way the floor felt. I've never felt it before. Like,
That's interesting. Okay.
I felt like the cracks in the canvas. And my brain was sitting there thinking, like, damn, that's like 37 cracks, 37, 35, 36. And my brain's counting them as I'm stepping and moving my feet around. So I like pour water on the ground. And my brain's over analyzing everything. I can hear everything. I can see, I can smell everything. I think my fight before that, the no crowd didn't affect me. That fight, the no crowd got me.
Really?
Like, the fight before I didn't have a problem with it. It was more of a fight thing. That fight was different. And it just... So, I mean, like, it's in, like, my head coach, Dave Sachs, he's like, dude, don't overanalyze it. He, like, just realize that happens. Like, his coach, Isaac, was like, he's like, dude, I'll tell you right now, like, high-level wrestlers have that happen all the time. They'll show up and they just can't, like, register where they know they should be, and they just don't show up that night. So, I mean, unfortunately for fighting, when we don't show up, it shows.
Right.
Like for NBA games, you don't show up for one game. I mean, if you show up in game, you don't show up in game 7. People are like, oh, fuck you, you choke. You know what I mean?
Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah. Exactly.
Wait a second. He's pitching tonight?
Nah,
he's been pretty good. He's been pretty good.
He pitched last night, but I mean, there's a little bit of a question about if that was an out at home plate last night.
I didn't say it. Oh, the steal?
Who watches baseball?
Yeah, the steal. Come on, man. I was going to ask you a question about baseball because I heard Tony Gwynn say one time.
I never watched a full baseball
Well, hear me out.
I don't know if I've ever watched a full baseball game either.
I invited you guys.
I can't do it.
Tony Gwynn. You know who Tony Gwynn was? The name ring a bell? He was an amazing hitter for the Padres.
His son plays for Toronto now, doesn't he?
I did not know that. He might.
How the fuck do you
Well,
know?
Gwynn-
I know a lot of dumb stuff.
Well,
like, I'm full of useless information.
You're like
that's why you're here.
You're like the top of the ladles and shit for the Pepsi. You're like, did you know? Dempsey just stores that shit in his head.
It's useful someday.
Like right now.
Gwynn said in his interview that kind of what you just said. All the good hitters, the skill level of striking that ball, the coordination, and they all have it. But the ones that hit like for a high average is only basically getting a couple more hits than the other ones to get that extra money, to be the elite. And he talked about how it's so much absolutely mental in that moment.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and for fighting, it's like he'll tell you, like, it's just about, like, small twist and wrong. Like, I tell people about my first UFC fight. I'm like, if I would have miscalculated by this much, Devontae would have probably knocked me out with that overhand, right? And I wouldn't have hit my counter. Like, it's that
close.
Simple.
I'll never forget that fight. I'll never forget that fight.
Simple. It's weird. Why?
Because, like, we're cool with Devontae, too. Like, Devontae trained with us for forever.
I know.
And I was in Nashville for the fight. And so, like, I'm at this random bar in Nashville. And, like, nobody's playing the fights. So I'm, like, going from bar to bar in Nashville. And it's, like, there's a million of them.
Shit, yeah.
And so I'm like, listen, so I finally go into this bar. And we're sitting there watching the fights. I'm there again with the same ex, and so she's drinking these like slushy things that are like Wendy's Frosties. So she gets hammered and is like can't even stay. I was like, listen, we're staying for this fight. I'm not missing this fight. And then like I like Devontae. Like Devontae's a good dude. So like it was like, yeah, I want you to win, but at the same time, I don't want Devontae to lose. So I'm just like, man, like no matter what the outcome of this, it kind of like
sucks.
It's awesome. It sucks at the same time. Like,
I'll never fight a friend ever again. I'll never fight a friend ever again. Like
you had to for that one.
I had to.
You had to
make money. I mean, like I would fight. I don't know if I would fight one of my friends. Like they're trying to get to UFC, I probably wouldn't fight them.
Okay.
I don't think I feel comfortable with it.
Huh.
Nah, I would agree with that.
Like I wouldn't, like I just wouldn't like I fought our buddy, his teammate, his ex-teammate. He hasn't trained that much anymore. Francis Healy, and like
Yeah, because he's a freaking engineer.
yeah, I mean,
why was he fighting in the first place?
Mad Dog.
Like
Healy.
we're a bunch of idiots. Like of course that's why we're
Speak for
fighting.
yourself. I'm fucking smart. I'm street smart like a motherfucker.
I'm street smart too. Like that don't give you no job.
You street smart? I'm gonna bet that shit to you.
I'm reaching.
As he
I'm
said on the
reaching.
trolley,
He
he
I'm
brought the
reaching.
trolley. That's all I'm
I'm
gonna
reaching
say.
right now. I'm reaching.
He brought the trolley. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, no, but like I fought him when we were like all fighting and stuff, which is funny because I hope Dom, I hope you're watching this shit. I remember distinctively in my brain,
I
right?
guarantee you it's a story about
Vito's talking
Vito.
shit, and then like in between the round, Healy kicks me in my balls. And I remember looking out the cage and Dom standing there. I tell Dom like, he's not fucking hurt. He's tired, Healy. He's tired. I mean, fuck him. And now I was like, my man, Dom.
Bro, did I ever tell you the story of me and Dom left Francis at some random
Yes,
gym
yeah.
in Dallas?
Wait, what?
So my man wrong.
me, Dom, and Francis go down to Dallas to train. We're training in.
By the way, cut him off. Francis is the coolest dude.
Okay.
He's so fucking cool. Super cool. Super aggressive.
he's
and I
really
like him.
book smart, but he's not very street smart. So we go down, and I don't know if you know who Safe Sod is. He's like one of the one of the better UFC coaches right now.
Okay.
And so we're down at his gym down there. It was an Octagon at the time, and so we practice. Like we had just flown down there where we want to go get something to eat. Like we just train hard all day after a flight. So Francis is just standing in the locker room in his underwear. Like we're already showered, dressed, everything. He hasn't even attempted to go to the shower yet. And so me and Dom were just like, yeah, if you're not out in 10 minutes, like we're leaving you. And he's like, oh, okay. So we go out to the car. We're sitting in the car, and like 15 minutes go by. And so we're like, we told him. And so we left him at the gym. And we like went to I think it was, I can't even remember where we went to eat. We went to go eat somewhere. Like 45 minutes after that, he calls us and he's like, hey, where'd you guys go? And we're like, dude, an hour later, seriously? Like, there's no.
He enjoys this story too much because he's probably told it to me 8 times. I'm like, that's fucked up. Y'all left my man Healy like that, yo. That's not cool.
He just likes to talk to people. He's a very friendly guy. Like, and so like all these people were brand new. It was the first time we were down there. So he was just like having conversations and like do
That's
that.
what people do.
And you were hungry.
Yeah, I was hungry. I was a heavyweight. I was a fat boy. I wanted to eat something.
He was circle.
He still is circle.
No, he's in between Thor.
I'm in between Fat Thor and regular
In between
Thor.
Fat Thor and regular. I'll give you that. You're not Fat Thor. Fat Thor was really fat.
Quarantine truly Thor.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a tank top and shit on now because you like and not the vest because you're like covering up a little bit. But
Yeah.
I mean, you can still get away with it.
I got some rolls.
Yeah, a couple, 2 or 3, maybe 4.
Has it been harder for you to train in the quarantine?
Yeah.
I mean, do you want me to be honest?
Yeah, of course.
Not at
we've been
all.
training. We've been doing the
We've
same.
been training
we've been doing the
this whole
same shit.
time.
Like, people was mad at me. I'm like, yo, listen, motherfucker, listen. This
It's
is
what
my
I
thing.
do, right?
I'm
No,
like,
I get that.
I'm like, I got a family.
I have like
to
a
feed.
real.
Maybe I didn't phrase that right. I don't mean more difficult because of like people imposing like social
travel.
norms on you.
I
I'm talking
travel a
about
lot
if you
more.
had trouble finding motivation at all.
No, I've actually
man.
trained more during quarantine than outside. There's
Okay.
nothing else to do. What are you gonna do? Sit there and drink Truly? I mean, I could do that after practice.
And get circle,
I
right?
can do that shit afterwards and talk to motherfuckers and drink Truly all fucking day. But yeah, like I just don't like to get out of shape.
Yeah.
I don't.
Me
I
neither.
find like I have my family and my new baby and stuff, my 2-year-old and stuff,
Right,
and
right.
I love that, and I love.
She's
some of
so
my
much
family and
tougher than
shit.
him. It's unreal.
Yeah, she's a badass, man. A little badass. Marty's a badass. She got a little tie shorts and gloves, but I don't like doing anything else. I don't like doing anything else.
Hey,
I don't
Got
like. I like to train,
All right.
and I like want to drive really fast cars. That's really it. So if I'm not doing that, people don't know this, but if once I retire from
we had
fighting,
this
I want to
conversation
do
before.
Formula One racing. That's what I want to do.
We had this conversation while we were punching each other in the face one time.
I don't know why, but I think that's the ultimate thing. Like if you can get behind a car that can go 270 miles per hour and feel like, and like one wrong mistake and you're dead. That's it. That's so fucking cool. Like one wrong mistake, and you're stuck in a wall.
I'd rather be on like The Amazing Race or get dropped off in like the middle of nowhere and be like, yo, figure it out.
I can figure it out. I can do that shit.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I moved to New York on my own with $250
New York, where there's food and water readily available at any time.
You're just like, I was just like, you can drop me off anywhere butt naked and not survive. I land like the fucking Terminator, fall off the air butt naked, and next thing you know, 2 months later, I got a job. I got a wife and kids and shit.
He's got a 3-year-old already.
How the fuck been there for 2 fucking months? I drop out the air butt naked and just get right back to normal life. Like I can find a way. Like I always told people, there's no way I'm gonna go homeless. There's a fucking giant eagle. I'm going to Giant Eagle and fucking eating, dog. You're not gonna tell me I'm gonna get all dressed up nice, go to Giant Eagle and walk around and eat all day, every fucking day.
Dude, if you were homeless and you were getting to like a grocery store or a Walmart or whatever, why wouldn't you just like go up to like the self-serve food, like get like a donut and like walk around with a cart, like eat the donut as you walk around, and then like just walk out? Like at least you got to eat something.
You don't think that happens? It probably happens every day.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I do it. Like,
the only reason I know is because I know people who did do it.
I finally stopped doing it because the worst feeling in the world was when you would go and ring up your 10 pounds of cashews as 10 pounds of fucking popcorn seeds, because cashews are like $9.99 a pound and popcorn seeds are 99 cents a pound. So I print 10 pounds of cashews and I put the number in at the market district. Giant Eagle, don't be coming after me. And then
why you gotta? You just like ratted yourself out, man. Like
there's laws of like limitation or whatever shit.
So this was long as 7 years ago.
Yeah, it was long as
I was pretty long in college.
Like,
laws of limitation. That's a new one.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. I'm like, you motherfuckers can't come for that. And I would be like, and then it would go off and be like, your popcorn, 10 pounds of popcorn. 10
Who buys 10 pounds of popcorn?
Comes to $4. Put my shit in my bag. And then on the way to your car, you're walking like, I'm about to get arrested for fucking switching out fucking popcorn seeds for cashew. And you're walking to your car, and as soon as I get out the door, I swear to God, I sprint like a motherfucker. They're gonna have to catch my ass. I'm running with these cashews, not happening. So yeah, I used to do it all the time. So I know. And walk around with grapes.
How do I even? Where do I go from there?
If you've ever, if you call yourself an influencer or an entrepreneur and you've never done that kind of shit, you're not an influencer. You're an influencer.
How do you think those people eat?
Exactly. They could
I told you this podcast was gonna be a little bit wild.
You guys are giving
it's even better if you go
exactly what we
go
wanted,
like fucking
man.
Whole Foods. They give you like Whole Foods is like they don't fuck with you. They don't even got cameras in Whole Foods.
Listen,
like,
they don't care. They're charging you so much for that shit anyway. They can make up that little bit.
Truthfully, they write that shit down. Like, they know motherfuckers are gonna do
I drink Trulies and I've never been in a Whole Foods.
Wait, what?
Really?
I've never been in a Whole Foods.
I was just there last week. I'm not there often, but I was there last week.
Whole Foods is good. It's good.
Yeah,
I mean, it's stupid expensive.
Yeah, the stuff's
all
really
the same
good.
shit, just cheaper, just less like in your face.
So what's that other store? Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
Do you know? So here's some more useless information. Do you know Trader Joe's and Aldi's, where their father owned a grocery store in Germany, and they moved over here, and they split because they couldn't agree on stuff.
And it's because the dude from Trader Joe's wanted to be more natural, and the dude from Aldi's just like he wanted to consume more money, but he's slowly becoming like the guy from Trader Joe's. The guy from Trader Joe's like, I'd rather give people high quality stuff and not make as much money, but make it a little bit cheaper, but like lose a little money. And the guy from Aldi's like, I'm just gonna take whatever I can. I just want to push shit out there. But now he's actually switching over. I did know that. You know, their dad was actually their dad actually owned IKEA.
That's Sweden, bro.
That's not true.
I was gonna say
Sweden,
I just put that together.
Boom.
It's kind of like
Boom.
lined up, but it's not the.
Come on,
I
told you my mind was full of useless information. I knew the dude from IKEA is from Sweden. That ain't even the same country.
I know, but he's been dead for a long time though. How long has IKEA been around?
I don't know. I wasn't alive when it started.
I know. That means he's been dead for a long time. Cause how old are
I
you?
ain't that old.
How old are you?
Younger than you.
I came to Pittsburgh
No, you're
in
not.
89.
Yes, I am.
How old are you?
How old are you?
34.
33.
When you turn 34?
Not till September of next year.
Really?
Yeah.
You're immature as fuck. Put that shit out there, dog.
Bro, I dressed up as Thor today to go to wrestling practice. Of course I'm immature.
You can't make that shit up.
You still play sports for a living. I don't want to hear it.
Oh.
That's true. That's very true. You still grapple grown men in underwear for a living. Like that's what you do for a living.
We're not in underwear.
I saw pull up your 16-man Grand Prix that you just won. Y'all was all in your underwear and shit.
You
Grappling
weren't in
together.
underwear. I had shorts on.
Shorts, underwear, shorts.
Dude, I saw this TikTok the other day. Somebody sent me this TikTok, and it was like this kid, and it was like his face, this kid with glasses, and he's like, "This is why my dad always yelled at me for wrestling, or not wrestling like my older brothers did." So this dude is like pinning, and his like nutsack just goes right across this dude's face, and he's like pinning this dude, and his nutsack is like just smashing his face.
Oh god!
I was dying, dude. It was so funny.
Like the only reason people don't mess with guys that do that kind of shit, they can fuck them up. Because Juve, it's like, yeah, come on, dog, I'm gonna put my nutsack on your face. Put you in this triangle, you can smell my drawstring. Them motherfuckers is nasty, but they scared of us. They don't say shit.
I'm just gonna put my nutsack on your drum set.
Exactly. Don't you do that? You fucking do that.
What movie is that from?
Step Brothers, the greatest movie of all time. Come on.
That's why I said boats and hoes. Like boats and hoes.
I got that part.
Boats and hoes.
It's a wrestling movie. See, Fighters know that movie.
The Fighter.
Fighters know that movie.
No, everybody knows
Step
that
Brothers.
movie.
Not everybody. Not
Everybody that exists.
So you guys got to go on my Instagram and see the video that me and my boy Nate.
I saw that.
Me and my boy Nate did a remake of the Boats and Hoes.
Okay.
It was actually last year
Year
when I
ago,
went.
right?
It was,
Right,
yeah,
there
when I
you
went
go.
down for that marathon, like I went to a Halloween party with
Right.
him, and we dressed up as Step Brothers. So we took
What's
like
their names?
a Step Brothers picture. Dale and Brennan. Don't test me with
All
Step
right,
Brothers.
motherfucker.
Don't test me with Step Brothers.
I used that as a Step Brother.
I
I'm
watched-
glad they're supposed to make a second one. I really hope they don't.
I
It
hope
won't-
they don't.
It won't be the same.
Yeah, they'll ruin it.
I saw the second Zoolander. I got 15 minutes into it and just turned it off.
That was bad.
I never
And
seen
Zoolander was fucking classic.
I never seen
The
either
original.
Zoolander.
Zoolander's a
First one.
fucking classic. He goes, anybody can die from accidental gasoline fight fire. Zoolander's fucking classic, dude. Like, holy shit, that movie's a fucking classic. When I moved to New York to model, I hadn't seen Zoolander. My sister, my oldest sister, she was down in school and down in Florida. And she was like, yo, have you ever watched Zoolander? And I was like, no. She's like, watch fucking Zoolander. And I watched Zoolander and like, yo, this fucking shit. It was so funny. And they tried to make the second one like dig into the same pot. And it was just like,
There was nothing left.
it was like the Trooper, Super
Super Troopers.
Super
That was
Trooper.
even bad. That was even worse.
It was I never seen either Zoolander.
Joe Dirt.
The first
too.
one's good.
Joe
Joe
Dirt
Dirt was great.
The Joe Dirt first one was amazing. The second one
I
was
didn't know
just
they had
like-
a second one.
Exactly.
I didn't know that
It
either.
was so bad. I was just like, oh.
There was a
God.
second one?
I threw up in my mouth and turned it off.
Same actors all? David Spade or whatever it was?
I don't think David Spade was in it. I think
Kid
he was.
Rock.
Maybe he was in it. It was horrible. It was so bad.
There's
Dude,
a second one.
my favorite part of Joe Dirt 1 was when he was eating his French fries
Off that shit.
Off that shit stone.
My meteor. They go, wait. And then the guy on the radio show goes, wait, you were eating your dip all from a big hot pile of shit.
Dennis Miller.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's classic.
Yeah, Joe Dirt was great.
That's more of my generation.
Just
Though. The
kicking
references
rocks,
in that
man.
movie are
Just
like from my
kicking rocks.
generation.
He goes, I got my spoiler. He had a spoiler for his car before he had the car. Fucking Joe Dirt was before his time.
You know what's
yo.
crazy though? Is I know people who still do that today.
Oh,
Wait. Do what?
Buy like parts for a car and they
Before
don't
they
even
had
have the car yet.
oh my God.
That might be a Pittsburgh thing.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna watch the Steelers. I'm gonna buy the car for my Pontiac, but I don't have my Pontiac yet.
So when I get it next month,
I'm gonna have that motherfucker.
Yeah, I was watching Barstool. They were doing a pizza thing in Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they
yeah.
like pulled out these two like 100% like Pittsburgh looking dudes just pull up and they're
Yinzers.
like, yeah, they're like, hey, we love your show. That's awesome. And they pull away. And that guy was like, those guys are exactly what I expected in Pittsburgh. And these two older dudes,
Great.
like with like
Typical Pittsburgh.
longer hair, long white beard, and like you could tell that they were just like roofing somewhere. And like
Typical
Under the bridge.
Pittsburgher,
yeah,
man.
he was just like, I guarantee you their entire week bases around their high school football team.
Dude,
And being for Beaver County, being like, I mean, nothing
my God.
is more important than high school football
I
in
had
Beaver
a
County.
fucking talk today at the end of class. We were talking about like just martial arts and how like you learn stuff from it, and we're just saying how we hate the people that like peaked in high school. I'm like, yo,
Peaked.
I'm like I wasn't the cool dude in high school. Like,
Yeah, don't
usually
peak
the
in high
cool
school.
dudes in
Dude,
high
I was a
school-
fat nerd.
Were you? Yo, I was homeschool. I ain't get no pussy. I ain't gonna fucking lie, dog. I had dreadlocks before dreadlocks were cool, dude. Like no,
Dude,
like,
you're that old.
what? I had dreadlocks before they were. I remember Lil Jon came out and Lil Jon had dreadlocks, and I was like, yes, finally. Because everyone be like, yo, every time I go around, like, are you girls? Like, are you Jamaican? No, bitch, I'm not Jamaican. I'm from Moon Township. They're like, yo, why do you have dread? What's wrong with your hair? Like, what the fuck? I'm like, but finally, like Lil Jon started to get dreads, and everybody nowadays you can't watch a fucking TV episode without
I'm
like,
about to get some
motherfucker-
dreads.
Oh, that'd be
You'd
great.
be like Fat Thor with dreads. Like, fuck it. That'll work.
Dude, I'm not cutting my hair till I get back from Peru.
Really? When
Yeah.
You're going to Peru.
I
Yeah.
was supposed
When's
to go
this?
when
We
you
had
go.
this conversation.
Yeah, I was
Well, we
supposed to
didn't have
go.
this conversation.
We didn't have this
And they haven't
conversation.
got this conversation.
Yeah,
So-
I'm going to Peru. I'm leaving end of February.
Right on.
Die.
Going to Peru in 2 weeks.
Lima.
I'm gonna see pretty much all of Peru. I'm gonna fly into Lima, then I'm gonna go to Cusco. I'm hiking Machu Picchu Trail.
You doing a DMT?
You know, there are some
You're
tribes.
not doing it?
Nah.
The fuck you going to go to Peru and not do the shit for? Not get enlightened, not see your future.
I like so
Rogan will never have him on
No,
the show.
Rogan's like, are you bringing Dempsey? Fuck that dude. He went to Peru. Didn't even do any drugs in the fucking forest
I'm
or
not
anything.
gonna. I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it real bad. And my buddy Mauricio, he's a black belt down
That's
in
what you were
ATT down in Florida. He gives me a contact. His family's from Peru,
Right.
so he gives me a contact, and I'm starting to like email the contact, and they're like, oh yeah, you have to do this like food cleanse 2 days before, then the trip is like 2 days, and then we want to keep you around for like another day,
Right.
because like you can have like relapses and stuff
Rip
like
your
that.
balls off and shit.
So like I'm doing Machu Picchu Trail, which is going to take me 5 days. I'm going down for 15 or 16 days. So I'm not going to do the trail for 5 days and then waste another 5 days
We doing a
just
trail.
for the trip.
Just walking around and shit.
Yeah, man.
Dude, they say you get enlightened. I'm still doing that. I'm planning on doing that. Hopefully next year, my plan is to get.
Dude,
down
I'll
to
go
Peru.
back. It was only $700.
That's
$700.
That's why I
round
get a
trip.
Pittsburgh thing. Like I was telling people, I like to go out of the country at least once a year. I haven't done
Me
it in the last
too.
2 years.
Right,
But
right.
I got and
Right.
people are like, oh, how do you do it? It's
$700.
$700. That's
Like-
5 Stiller games worth of beer, motherfucker. Let's be realistic, no. $700
Yeah,
is
I'll
5
never-
Stiller games worth of beer.
I'll never forget
2 weeks of
this.
Permane sandwich.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to Peru. Shut the fuck up. How do you do it? Like, how'd you go to
It's-
Spain?
Yeah,
I'm like,
there are some tribes down there supposedly that have never seen like a Western civilization
that's
person.
awesome. I would love to run up on those motherfuckers.
How about that? How about that island?
Until they scare me.
kill you. Yeah, until they kill you.
How about that island? So I mean,
The guy, he can't run in there with the Bible and shit. That's what he get.
no, that island
Yeah.
that they were like they tried to land on with a helicopter and they started throwing spears over in Asia.
Motherfucker, like, don't
Yeah,
come out
they were just like, nope, get out of here.
there.
That is
Imagine
amazing though. In this year, in 2020, there are still places on this earth.
Think about that. They're. So we were talking. I was talking about. You know, Kirk. He trains at the gym.
Yeah, yeah.
Kirk's real smart guy, like real college educated guy, real super smart, real cool though.
How's he know him then?
Huh? Yeah, man. Like he knows. Like
Just from the gym.
Kirk's the same
Just
way.
from the gym.
Kirk just knows me. Like you know, like Kirk's like a real intellectual type guy. He's like one of like another like big brother figure to me. But he was telling me about
You saying I'm a big brother figure to you?
No, you're like a little brother. Like you're like a big brother as in you're fat. But
He can't get off this store
like,
thing.
I mean, like it's like he has breasts.
Oh,
Make a
man.
move. Yes. He's definitely in between.
That might earn you some money.
he just got 5 new girls. Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna need
on
Instagram.
I'm
gonna need $5 for that. I'm gonna need $5 for that. That was like a bachelorette party right
what
there.
The fuck was I talking about?
Your buddy Kurt.
Fuck, what was I saying? He said
he's a real intellectual guy, and talking
Smart.
about. We were talking about other parts of the country that haven't seen civilization
Kinda
yet.
opposite
and-
of
Oh
you.
yeah, we were just me and him were talking like you remember in the Star Trek movie? Remember when they came up on that planet, like in the new Star?
I never seen Star
The
Trek.
new ones? They're good.
I never seen any of
Yeah,
them.
the new ones are good.
New ones are
Bro,
good.
I never seen Star Wars.
All right, that's
You
the end
trade-
of, that's
you-
the end of this fucking conversation.
You
Don't
trade.
come to my fucking gym.
You
Mr.
traded this guy.
Star Wars?
Mr. Death Star over
never
here
seen
himself.
Star Wars?
I've never seen Star Wars.
You've
That's
never seen
homework.
Star Wars in your life.
You've never seen any Star Wars.
Not
You've
one.
never wanted to know why people get tattoos on their fucking face of Darth Vader and shit. You've never understood why. You've never seen.
I don't know if it was
Star
so
Wars.
bad. I've never seen E.T. and people like laugh at that. But
I never
Star
seen-
Wars is pretty bad. If you've not
Listen,
seen Star
I was a
Wars,
sheltered child.
It doesn't fucking matter. You're 39. Why have you never
39?
seen fucking
Come on,
Star
bro.
Wars, dude?
39?
You're like
Are you
fucking
serious?
47. Oh, I've never seen Star Wars, but you ever rode a fucking bike before? Like, what the fuck? How have you never seen Star Wars, dude?
I've never seen any of them.
Like,
Not
none of
one. Not one.
Oh, fuck, this
I've
is
never
great.
seen
You
a
have
single.
no idea why my name is what the Death Star is.
I know that there's that little hole in the Death Star that you could like hit the laser and
like a
it
bowling
kills
ball.
it.
I like every day I feel more and more like Scar from The Lion King. Like I'm surrounded by idiots. Oh
yeah?
Oh my god! I'm sorry, just
If
pulling
you're
off my
Scar,
face.
I'm Simba.
You're not
I'm Simba.
You're Pumbaa. Come on, bro. We all know you're fucking Pumbaa.
You seriously never seen Star Wars?
I've never seen any of this Star
Ever.
Wars.
Like
Ever.
Number one. Star Wars number 1 or
There's
4
80
or 4 or
fucking
whatever.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like, you never seen Mandalorian? You don't know what the fuck the Baby Yoda is?
I mean, I know what
I
Baby Yoda
don't know
is.
what Baby Yoda is. I haven't seen the newer
You
ones.
gotta watch the Mandalorian.
Okay.
I didn't really like the last Star Wars they
Is
made.
that the last
Disney.
one? Is Baby Yoda's the
No,
last one?
he's in the Mandalorian, the show that's
oh,
on Disney.
okay.
And it's
Okay.
good. It's
Okay.
really good. The last Star Wars movie was fucking trash. Like
That
I
was
went
number
there,
9, right? The
I went
9.
there with my buddy. He like dresses up like Kylo Ren. And he like makes lightsabers. He's fucking way. He has all kind of Star Wars. Like, I'm
Yeah.
actually getting a Star Wars. I'm getting a Death Star
Get out.
on my arm.
All right.
or
Is
that
my
your first
bicep.
tattoo?
No, I have a tiger on my chest. I'm gonna get a Death Star here,
It was
and he's
a
gonna
joke.
shoot into the hand. It's gonna blow up. So when I'm punching somebody, there's gonna be a camera. Bang! It's gonna look so fucking cool. It looks so fucking live. I mean, so fucking cool. So I've been waiting for that, and I decided the other day, I'm like, I'm gonna get it after my next fight. I'm gonna get a Death Star here. It's gonna be shooting here. It's gonna blow up on my hand, and then I punch people.
You know,
You'll see
when
the thing.
I must have been in the 2000s when they made the 4th one, which was actually the first one, I think. Is that where Darth Maul came about?
Yeah.
Was he on the 4th or the 5th?
Yeah, he was in the 4th one. He was in the first.
How badass was he?
He was bad.
And then he was gone.
Wait,
Wait, is that the one with the red one, with the
little
red
spines
face?
and shit, yeah.
man.
He
That
reminded
was-
me of one of the dudes from NWO Wolfpack.
You know who got to him? Fucking he got fucked up by my man from Taken. We just didn't know he was in Taken yet.
Liam
Nelson got
yeah,
Liam
yeah.
Nelson started doing his "I'm gonna fuck up all the bad guys" thing way back then.
That's
We just didn't
right.
know that was Mr. Taken, and now we know why he fucked up my
Yeah,
man.
he
I was
killed
Taken.
Darth Maul.
Yeah, he
I
killed
mean,
Darth
shit.
Maul. Of course, don't
Of
kidnap
course
his
he's gonna
daughter.
find his
Yeah,
daughter. He
don't
killed
fucking
Darth
kidnap his
Maul.
daughter. He's gonna find her. It's not gonna work, dude.
Yeah, if I get taken in Peru, you coming to get me?
Nah, dog. If a motherfucker takes you, they know what the fuck they're doing. Like, go. I'm not fucking coming for your
You
ass.
realize there may be an international incident with him going to Peru.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm going
He might
straight
kidnap
solo.
somebody.
I'm going to Peru solo.
You're an adventurer, huh?
I love seeing new places.
By yourself is the best too.
I bet. No strings, no
No-
attachments.
No girlfriends, no kids, and shit.
But here's the thing: is like
Throw the
if,
cell phone in the ocean.
if I want to do something, like I'm going down there. If I want to do something,
Reckless. Like
I'm gonna
life
do it.
endangering. Like I'm gonna climb up this mountain, I might fall and die. If you have a family, like, oh, don't die, it makes you feel bad. If it's just me, I'm like, fuck it. If I die, I die. Like when I ran with the
Whatever.
Bulls, I'm like, no. My girl was trying to come to me to Spain. I'm like, nope. You are not coming. Because if you come, you see motherfuckers get trampled the day before, you're gonna probably convince my ass not to fucking do it.
you are
So,
still the only person I know that has done that.
So I'm like, that's horrifying.
Running
Like,
with the bull.
mean,
That's
I'm
the
not-
only person I
I'm
know in
pretty
my
jealous
sphere
of
that's
that.
done that.
That's fucking horrifying.
I'm pretty jealous that like I want to run with the
should do
bull.
that.
You could do that. I could see you doing that.
I can
like,
see you getting gored.
I feel like I would. I feel like I
I
would.
see the gored. Yeah, big Thor getting fucking gored. His ass would get gored.
I feel like I would just turn around and try to like snap down a bull or something.
Hey, you say that shit until you see those motherfuckers with their horns the size of this fucking table. I was talking mad shit. Like, I was hopping up on these
Right.
boxes and shit before I went over. Like, oh, me hopping on the bull.
Yeah.
And then you see that motherfucker the night before, and he's in the back, he's stumping. And they're like, oh, those are the ones for tomorrow. And
Steam's coming out of his
And
snout.
they just look so...
Like a Looney Tunes
They
cartoon.
just look so angry. And then you go there,
Well, they
You know,
are
they-
angry.
and like they tie their balls
They
up.
are. They
Yeah,
are
that motherfucker
angry.
got tied my
Come
balls
on,
up. I'm mad,
wouldn't
too.
you be angry?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, that would suck. Like, I would never want somebody to just put like a rubber band around my nutsack. Like,
Yeah,
that'd
like,
be terrible.
and then smack your ass. Like, go kill that American. That's
You don't have to ask
And
me
then-
more
and
than
then-
once.
And then we'll turn.
Go
Take
kill that American.
the Americans get fucked up. The Spaniards know what the fuck they're doing. Like all the foreigners know. Lucky for
Dude,
me,
that's because Americans, when they go anywhere,
They
are
get-
so stupid.
Probably
Like,
get drunk.
so stupid.
Well, they act like tourists no matter where they go.
Right.
You can't act
like-
like tourists in the bull run.
When in
You
Rome.
look, yeah,
That's why I'm
yeah.
growing his
Rome.
hair out. That's why I'm growing his hair out. I want to fit in.
You gonna dye it black? Then you'll look like
No,
one of those guys.
take-
that
take your
fuck
sneakers
beat
off.
you.
I was about to talk about this. So I've been going down the Peruvian black hole and like just
Is
learning.
that like a chick or?
Machu Picchu. Watch Ancient Aliens. I'll teach you all the shit you need to
Dude,
know.
you start watching
gonna-
Ancient Aliens
not
and
gonna lie.
truly, he'll
I
never
watched-
leave his fucking house. He'll be like,
I watched-
this fucking shit is wow.
I
I can't
watched-
watch Ancient Aliens too much. That scares the fuck out of me.
I watched the one for Machu Picchu, and so like I've been going down this black hole of like history and conspiracy theories of like what built everything in
Aliens.
Peru
Don't.
and stuff.
Don't.
And like, I mean, there's some pretty crazy
Can't.
theories out
Once
there.
I go down too deep,
Yeah.
I almost didn't come into work one day. I watched,
Bro, I'm
I
way
watched
too-
this one documentary and I watched it and I listened and I was like, why do we even do any of this, bro? This isn't even fucking real. Why am I here? Like,
I'm way too deep in this Peruvian hole right now. I'm way
Well, what
way
have
too
you found
deep.
in the Peruvian hole?
So like, there's
We do conspiracies on this show. We do that.
okay, so there's this conspiracy that
that's an American word. Conspiracy. Other
Okay.
countries just call it the truth. Yeah, it's the fucking truth, man. American, like, that's
But
a
there's
conspiracy,
no
dog. Like,
proof.
okay,
There's
hey.
no proof to this yet, though. There's no proof to this.
All right. Peruvian conspiracy.
Oh, fuck.
All right. So,
Here we go.
all right. So, I saw
I
this.
had you guys on with the UFO guy. Would you get into that?
No.
I would
I
do
can't
that.
be around those kind of people. Because listen, for me, it's like once you've opened Pandora's box, ignorance is what I don't have a lot of ignorance. I can't be ignorant about anything. So once I've opened, I stop it before you open it. You're like, oh, well, I happen to see, I just walk the fuck away. Hey, man, I was out the other day and just the fuck away from me because once it opens, I can't be ignorant and shut myself off from it. I
that's
have
great.
to engage in it.
That's
So there's like, especially with there's I'm probably
Fucking
completely butchering.
You're eight fucking Trulies in. Go.
Bruh, I have like 3 Trulies in.
You're going to meet Giorgio down there.
So there's one site down in Peru. It's right outside. It's between Cusco and Machu Picchu. It's called Sacsayhuamana.
Okay.
And
Sex and Joanna.
Sex if you want.
Hey, man.
All right, you gotta see what's on my mind. You gotta see what's on my mind
Sex
over
if
here.
you wanna. I'm trying to find them happy.
Sex if you want to.
And so there's these like stones that are like 200 tons.
Yeah.
There's 6 of them.
Yeah.
And like up on top of this mountain, and they found the quarry where they was from, and it was on the opposite mountain. So they had to take them like 15 miles down this hill, through this valley,
is
through a
impossible.
river, and then back up, and then like set them. And so they have this theory that like 14,000 years ago, before the Ice Age, there was a ancient civilization of like giants, and that's where like the Easter Island heads come from, and like all the things like that, and these giant people like took them
But
up
you
there.
seen those dates in Egypt? Like the doors are like, you're like, the fuck made this door for Shaq's grandparents? Like,
Yeah,
they're
but-
fucking used. Like, who the fuck are these doors
Right,
for?
right. So like everybody's dating that stuff like 2,000 to 4,000 years ago, but like this theory. So there's this one guy. He's actually been on
an
Rogan.
astrophysicist with that special here. Motherfucker's been everywhere.
He's been on Rogan's podcast a bunch of times.
Which I probably know them all.
His name's Graham Hancock.
Oh yeah,
so
I'm familiar with Hancock.
I've listened to a whole bunch of his audio books and like read a bunch of his stuff and like
he believes that the North American history is completely wrong, right?
Yeah. So now there's evidence supporting that.
Yeah.
Like so they found like cities in the Amazon, like through that whatever when they fly over and have the
Satellite,
pictures stuff, whatever it is. I'm not smart enough to figure that out. And they're finding these cities that were, if you would look at them at perspective times, they were as big as London was at that time. So like, I mean, it's pretty crazy. I mean, look at Moundsville, Ohio. That they think that's a site
really?
That is just like really, really old because of like the way it's set up and everything.
Right.
And then there's a site over in Turkey that they just found out that they actually have dated to like 14,000 years ago.
They just found 2,000 mummies that haven't been opened up for 5,000 years. Like on my TV.
Yeah, and
like,
they opened them up in 2020. Come on, man. You can't wait for like 3 months. Like, we haven't had enough bad shit happen to us. Like, Jesus.
My girl, like, these motherfuckers. I'm like, can y'all just fucking wait?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then the CIA just releases documents. Oh, yeah, we've made contact with aliens. Like, are you kidding me?
No,
like,
they didn't say they had contact. They said this is why I don't get in any.
I love Pandora's box.
Otherworldly mobiles.
Right.
Like they don't even say it's from spaceships or aliens.
And
they just say it's otherworldly, which means it could be parallel universe.
Like, it's interesting amongst all the chaos in the world today, from politics to COVID to everything, and all this chaos. Then now's the time they chose to slide that in there too.
Exactly.
By the way, everything that you think you know, you don't know. But here, watch Jersey Shore, motherfucker. You gotta watch that shit. Fucking Pauly D's.
Yeah, but everybody here is so dumb.
He's walking around flipping his dick everywhere. Like, watch the Jersey Shore. Everyone's like, you see Pauly D's dick out?
But everybody here is so dumb that they're just like, oh yeah, that's way more important than like.
Otherworldly mobile.
Like,
people like, oh, stop being a conspiracy theory.
How about the theory that Nikola Tesla is actually from
the future?
No, not from the future. He's from Venus.
Oh, I think
Tesla.
If you want to get me in time, I piss my girlfriend this all the time. I am about 80% convinced this is all a stimulation. Nothing.
Simulation. I agree.
I don't think anything's real. Like everything, I don't believe it. I don't believe
that.
Like,
for over a decade,
my mom's ultra religious. We get into it all the time. I'm like, I can't get into the Bible. I can't. I'm like, Mom, I can't. I'm like, so he put all these people into a boat. And my mom.
How do you find the male and female mosquito?
And then I'm like,
where are you gonna house them?
My mom gets so mad at me. I'm like, listen. So all of my religious friends are like, yo, it's cool. I'm like, yo, I get it. Religion, that's your thing. I'm like, but everything else has to come down to science, right?
But religion is what they used before they knew science.
I'm like, but we still go by. People go by the Bible. I'm like, so can I stone my fucking wife because she's getting on my fucking nerves? Because the Bible said I'm allowed to. Get that. Just go out there and just stone her because she's pissing me the fuck off. That's the Bible said.
Eye for an eye. You piss me off, I'm going to piss you off. Like.
And if I've read the Bible. I was raised I've read the Bible 5 times my entire life. There's some real trippy shit. Alien shit, UFO shit throughout the Bible. Like the shit.
Look at some of the paintings.
The shit that Ezekiel would see, dude. He would like things with 7 rings, spirit rings, and shit.
You do know opiates came from that area,
mushrooms.
Right? Like, come on. Like,
they said Moses was up there talking to a burning bush. He was fucking hot. Moses came down like. Yo,
what do you think he was burning?
They said, Moses, what'd you do? I talked to this bush and it told me, y'all motherfuckers better not be fucking each other.
Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen that movie Year One?
Yeah.
With Jack Black. Yeah, that is hilarious. Like
that shit is so dumb.
He comes out. He's like, I have 10 commandments because he drops one of the.
But yeah, I mean, like for me, it's like when it comes to conspiracy, it's too scary. Once you open the door to, like my mother always told me, there's nothing worse to put up with than a right example. Once you open that door, you can't.
But here's how I look at it. If we can finally admit that not a single one of us matter, then like you could be okay with it. Like,
Here's the
But
problem.
why you
I'm
gonna-
along-
but
I'm
why-
a-
why
I'm
am I
along
money
for the
for it?
ride.
Here's the
This is
problem.
my thing. I'm like, why am I going to work and working myself to death and doing all this shit if this isn't? Why do I need a nice car? Why don't I just live?
But it doesn't
So
matter.
you're telling me that bum living in fucking California on the beach, he has all the fucking right answers? He's just sitting there
Exactly.
talking about,
That's how.
like he's
honestly,
the right guy.
And in the past 2 years, in the past 2 years, I figured that out. Like, nothing matters. Nothing really matters. And it's like, do what makes you happy, because if you're not, like, at the end of the day, it doesn't
not happy.
matter.
But here's the
because
problem.
none of us matter.
But here's the problems. The problem, societal wise, of
You're a bum, Dempsey, if you live under the bridge.
no,
That's what people say. You're a bum, Dempsey. You could have been so great. You're like you're blood or drinking.
I think
Chewies.
the issue-
I'm so happy.
I'm having a blast with life
well,
right now,
I think
bro.
the issue, though, would be is if you deconstruct organized religion in the world. I don't mean that they're all in agreement, but if you take that away and you say, look, we're a simulation, or we're a smear, we're a two-dimensional smear on a black hole. That's all we are.
We're hooting. Here's a hoot.
Whatever it is, if you take the order of right and wrong away, because the moral of the religious story is you do good here, reward later.
Right.
Do good here is not hurting other people and all that. If you deconstruct all that and say, look, it all is a lie and a fable, and you really prove to people that it is, and you then eventually convince them to believe that,
then it's just Wild
now
West.
it's the Wild West gone. The only thing we have
I mean,
left,
I'm gonna be good in the Wild
The only-
West, so
but-
I'm okay with that.
the only thing we have left, well, you two guys to be fine.
He like, hey, y'all motherfuckers gotta help me out.
I'm worried about stepping outside.
My dad was in the Marines. He taught me how to shoot when I was
Well,
like 3 years
I'm
old.
just
So I
saying,
can fight, I can shoot.
I
Go ahead,
know.
like let's
I
bring
just
back the
don't
Wild
know.
West.
I just don't think. I don't think that the goodness, the human goodness, will be able to circumvent power and greed and all these other things.
So
I don't think we're supposed to.
I agree. I agree with you that religion is good to teach people morals.
They're fables.
And just like what's right and wrong, because like I look at it like this, like I don't want to do something to somebody else that's gonna make them like feel bad about themselves or whatever.
Right. So so basically the human goodness not to hurt another person. You think that would be there even if we
But
took
yeah,
away
see,
the.
I don't think it
would.
I think if you
think it
leave a
would.
baby in the woods forever, the two things that people know how to do naturally are love and hit. Like, you fight naturally. You have a baby. I have a baby now. I take someone first. She wants to hit me with it. That's natural. And then she naturally wants love. Even if even if she was raised by wolves, she would still want compassion. So I
Right.
think
Because of- yeah.
that's just human. That's human
Right.
nature. Love and anger are human nature.
So
now
do
how
we-
we mold it, that's according to how human
Okay,
society
so you
is.
take that society and that mold away. Do you trust humans?
Yeah. I mean, that's how we got to where we're at now. I mean, like, think about it this way. It used to be okay to do local executions. Motherfuckers used to get hung and get their heads cut off and shit. People used to take their kids to it and go watch the execution, son. Right? That used to be. But like people, I mean, and now people are like, oh God, I can't even fucking my kid put his hand in mud and shit. But like, it's what society says is okay.
And
But
I
the
think that's one thing that's wrong with society too, is because like people don't people do things that are right because of
Other people
fear.
say, exactly,
because of fear. It's
exactly.
everyone's like, oh yeah, humans will do stuff that's right just because of human nature. No. People don't rob other people's houses because, oh yeah, hey, I don't want that stuff. No, they rob it because if they get caught, they're gonna go to jail. Like people especially
consequences.
Right. People especially here are like, oh yeah, we're such good people and this and that. No, you're not. Like you ain't robbing that house because you don't want to go to jail and
if they
find
sit
Bubba in jail.
if they sit his purge time, motherfuckers be out there wrong.
So let me ask to simplify it. Why are there locks in the world? Why do you buy a lock?
To deter decent. Well, I'm not going to say good. To deter decent people from doing the wrong thing.
What about just keeping honest people honest?
I mean,
if you're an honest person, that lock is there as a deterrent.
If you're really
and
that
you remain
honest,
you mean like locks on doors and stuff?
Yeah, lock. Why do we lock things?
If you're
I
really,
think it's a false sense of security. It's not real.
If you're really that honest, you ain't going in the house
right.
anyway.
If I want in your house, I'm coming in your house.
Right. Because the criminal's going to get in.
Right.
The lock is going to keep the honest person honest.
Right.
So I had to go to I was actually doing my retired person job today.
Your retired person job.
I had to go to Carnegie Mellon to talk to a couple people at Carnegie Mellon. So
They let you in
like,
there?
no, they didn't let me in there. I mean, I'm not smart enough to go
You
in there.
come through the door like, Kool-Aid!
I get in there and I'm like, I'm in this back room and like all these people are there like, how'd you get in here? I was just like,
Did you wave your hair? I told you. If you wave your hair and wear a suit, motherfuckers let you
Wave
do anything. Because this motherfucker got all this wavy hair. I'm like, dude, I was training the other day and I was like, yo, you like wave your hair and like really put yourself together. You can convince people to give you your textbooks and shit. Like, you look very convincing.
Yeah, my dad's he's a tech guy. If you invest in his company,
man,
you'll make a huge comeback off of it.
Like I'm telling you, man, like you can pull that shit off. I promise you.
That just means I'm a good-looking guy.
Not that. I mean, not that. Oh, you see how hard he started laughing, looking at the camera like, fuck, this fucking dude.
Hey.
He literally went like this.
That's how I managed to stay single all these years.
He made sure. Fucking guy. Holy shit, those Chulies are taking a number on this guy. Listen, it just means you're convincing.
Yeah.
I'm a good-looking dude. I'm good-looking. I'm good-looking and convincing.
You look like you were from Venus with Nikola Tesla.
I'm good-looking. Very, extremely. Look like I used to model. I have high cheekbones.
Bro, you got like skinny-ass body and a big-ass head.
Nah, dude. Nah, man. Like, you ever see me in my underwear? You see my Instagram and shit? Dude, I'm styling on motherfuckers. Like,
that thing you shared on Instagram the other day, that Manscaped thing, that was hilarious.
Yeah,
whoa,
we're going to talk about this. Stop. Yes, that is definitely what we need to talk about.
I actually reshared that because I thought it was so funny.
We've gone from Peru to Manscaped.
I ain't manscaping nothing in Peru.
So, are you an influencer for Manscaped?
They're like going to be sponsoring me and stuff. They work with my management team and they're going to be sponsoring.
Cool. All right, that's very cool. So was that like a spoof that you put out there?
That's their things. Their themes are like James Bond type shit.
I didn't know.
So I met my girl and I was like, yo. I was supposed to, like, my manager was like, yo, you gotta do it. The one guy, Jacob, that works for my management team, he goes, yo, you're supposed to put up 2 things. You can start getting paid. You got to put up 2 things from Manscaped. And I was thinking, and I wanted to do a video. My girl just tore her ACL, and she's recovering. So I wanted to do a video and be like, yo, do Manscaped because you love yourself, but watch it because you know the women gonna come running. I'm like, you know what they say? Women be tripping. I was gonna turn the camera to her, and she's like sitting there in her casket and shit. So I was like, so anyone that may get hurt from you doing the Manscaped is not me and mine or Manscaped responsibility.
That's pretty good.
So
I would 100% film that.
That's pretty good.
I would 100% film that for you.
That's actually pretty
good. So I
good.
was thinking that, and then I'm gonna go with
good.
this video. And I was like, no, I'm gonna go a little bit more basic. I'm gonna do this video. And I'll do this picture instead. So I just took the picture. I was actually butt naked in that picture. Just so y'all. So my buddy was like, you should have got like a long pillow down to your knees and shit. And I had to get a pillow to fit the package. So, but that was done afterwards. But you know, it was funny. My girl took the picture too. I was like, let's do this shit. Fuck, it's funny. It's cool.
I saw them going. He really is. He's really pimping that shit. I mean, he's really doing it.
I was laughing so hard when I saw
Manscaped. I'm like, the Death Star is pimping Manscaped.
Manscaped is cool though. Like you say, I'm like, oh, okay. I started doing it, I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, truthfully, like y'all fucking like hairy.
And you wonder why you never got laid in high school.
Like, bro, all hairy and shit.
He thought it was the dreads.
Yeah, man. Maybe turns out all I needed was fucking Manscaped.
It was the dreads on his nutsack. That's what it was.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Oh man.
So here we're like making fun of influencers, and you are now one.
But I'm not an influencer. I've been working in my shit for 13 years. I'm like, I've lined influencers up and fucked them up one at a time. Bang. Next, male, female, don't fucking matter. Hit them up.
What's that dude named? Paul something.
Logan Paul.
Yeah, that's it.
I fuck him up, dude. I know he's a good wrestler. I choke him out.
I'd love to choke that dude.
Who
I
is
like
it?
Logan Paul. He's like. Does like boxing or some shit like that.
Oh, what is the story with that guy? Because he keeps showing up on social media.
That's where he lives.
He's a loser.
Is he?
Not
What is he? Is he in the?
Don't hate. I tell people all the time. Don't hate on the Kardashians. They make money because of stupid people. They're like drug dealers. Someone had to do it. Like, it's not.
But
their
listen,
fault.
I'm gonna hate on them because, like, what talent, what skill do they bring?
You know,
what skill or talent do the Kardashians?
Making something out of skill or making something out of shit? Making something out of shit. That's hard, dude. Now, I give them the credit. I'm like, I hate the Kardashians, but they make billions out of dookie.
Because people here are so dumb.
Can you do that? Yes, you can. Technically, you can be a Kardashian.
My hair ain't black.
Yeah, you can dye it black, do your thing. You can have your Instagram. Like, technically, if you want to do that, you can do it. It just takes being at the right place.
Right,
at the right
it takes
time.
no
and the right
skill.
sex tape. Like, she had to do that.
They have
Kim did it all.
Those
It's all for Kim's
girls
butt.
have
So who
put a
should
serious
I get,
hurting on men.
Who should I get on
Oh
this
yeah,
sex tape?
they turned men into women. They're no fucking joke. The Kardashians.
Who should I get on?
Starting it there, yes. Starting
Here's the
there.
real question: who should I get on this sex tape?
Whoever, someone famous, someone's famous wife, or someone.
Whose famous wife is gonna
I mean, like,
do a sex tape with me?
Not a famous mobster or anything. You end up dead. Then, like, someone famous you can beat up. Don't get like, I'm gonna go fuck with like fucking what's his name, the Big Ted Stiller, James Harrison. Don't fuck with his wife because he'll kill you. Like, that won't be good. And like, so like, James, just
Yeah, make sure the advice that you give him is good.
Yeah,
the right
I'm,
advice.
I'm making sure because he'll take the shit.
I am the young buck here. I need some advice from
I'm
You're
just
not the
saying.
young buck, dude. You're just younger. You're not the young buck.
Yeah, I mean,
You see,
You know.
you see how he's looking like you're fucking. You look older than me, cat. Like that's the look he gave. Like, like if we went out together, everyone would
I got
think,
20
like,
years on this guy.
Yeah, like
Oh, people think I'm in my mid-20s all the time.
no, the fuck they don't.
I thought he was pushing
There's
like
no fucking way.
43.
You look 40. Dude, no exaggeration. You look late 30s.
40,
Late 30s.
Like not in a bad way. You just look like
Yeah, it's not a
look
bad
like 30s,
thing.
dude.
It's just, you have that, like, not weathered,
You
but
have
you got
that
that.
that fucking what's my man's name?
Yeah, he
from,
said weather. That's like the nice way of saying, man, you're ugly as fuck.
You got that.
I didn't call you roadkill or nothing like that.
McCain look to you, like you're like you did
McCain.
that hard. McCain,
Yeah,
like,
so
that
my
hard.
senior
Like,
year
yeah,
of
that
high
look to
school
you.
graduation, I shaved my head and my eyebrows and looked like Kane for my senior graduation. I walked out, and that was the first time my mom seen me. She started crying.
She's probably like, why would you do this?
Oh,
If a guy has hair, and if you get into your 40s and you get into your 50s and you retain your hairline, don't fucking shave
Mine
it
is
off.
gone.
What is wrong? These people they shape themselves bald when they got a full head of hair. What the fuck is wrong
See,
with
that's
you?
the guy that doesn't have hair. He's
Right,
coming up. You
exactly.
freaking-
What would you do? Are you crazy?
It's just like women that have big. I remember I used to work with this girl, and she's always telling me she wanted to get a breast reduction. She wasn't even 20 yet, and I was like, "You have no idea what you have. You have no idea the power that's hanging off the front of your chest. But you want to get rid of that shit. What the fuck?" But like, that's
They're
just
probably
how it
tired
is.
of lugging them around.
It's like big girls with big breasts want small breasts. Girls with small breasts want big breasts. Girls with
They
big
should
butts
just
want big
trade.
butts. I mean, like everyone, no one's happy with
It's a
themselves.
story of
They
the
should
human
just
condition,
trade.
my man.
Yes.
It's the human condition.
like I feel that's why I'm happy, and that's why I'm
He's happy being ugly.
I'm being like. I mean, I was getting there if you would just let me finish.
he was gonna say it himself.
I was getting there if you would let me finish. Like,
That's it. Fuck y'all. I pull mad bitches. Thank you, Truly.
they're not after me. They're just after my Truly.
Because you carry it around wherever you go. Hey,
Yeah.
you want a free
I'm in
drink?
the old police station next door, just sitting there hanging out with my Trulies because I walked in the wrong building today.
How's that?
That bill's just open?
How'd you even get in there?
Yeah.
I can get in anywhere.
I'm talking to Tom. Like, how does he in another building?
I mean, hey, just don't worry about it.
Okay.
I mean, I could get in anywhere. Like
That's a scary thought. That's a scary. You probably get stuck trying to get
This-
out of
this
places.
But can you get out of anywhere?
Oh yeah. What's that prison over in California on the island?
Alcatraz.
Alcatraz. Don't test me.
Nah, you're not getting out of Alcatraz, dog.
It's not even
Can you
working
swim?
anymore.
You're somebody's wife. In
Wait, you
Alcatraz.
gotta swim there?
This motherfucker, somebody's wife in Alcatraz. He's like, oh shit, escaped the jail.
You gotta swim to Peru too. Did you know that?
So, did you know that the last two guys that escaped Alcatraz, they believe got on a boat and went to Peru?
I did not know that.
Who are their names?
No.
I'm pretty you know about dumb.
Yeah, how many hours of the History Channel have you watched?
I watch a lot of History Channel too. So.
I was a history and political science major.
Well, history.
Really?
Yeah.
The History
I
Channel
double
used
You
majored.
actually get your degrees?
I double majored because I'm
Get your
smart as
degrees?
hell. Yeah.
You use them?
I sell furnaces and punch people in the face.
I sell furnaces and punch people in the face.
How about this? I got a graduate assistant coaching offer out of college to go get my law degree to be a lawyer.
Nope.
And I decided I was gonna punch people in the face for a living instead.
Yeah, I'm glad you did that because you as a lawyer, Your Honor, what I bring before you? I'm just sitting like, I'm going to jail. This motherfucker, I'm going to fucking jail. I'm like, what the fuck? Listen, this is truly, and this guy truly did not mean to. I'm going to jail,
Bro, I sat on this case. This guy robbed two banks. I was a jury member. And
I've always wanted to do that, by the way. Just so everyone knows.
It was for federal court,
I
too.
was step and say, guilty! Arrest them! And like, just get rid of juror number 7. That motherfucker's crazy.
Yeah, I tried getting kicked out. I was like, oh, yeah, my dad's a cop. And they're like, oh, yeah, we don't care. So I sat through the whole trial.
Should have said I worship the devil. They would let you go. Because then they'd be like, oh, well, your views are messed up.
Wait, this dude was like, he was dead to rights to begin with. Like, they caught him with all of the money and the disguise and the gun in his car. And, like, this lawyer was, like, he was terrible. Like, he had a bad hairpiece and everything. Like, he was like, the argument he was trying to make was, wow, how do you know there is a bullet in the chamber? He was like that was his only case. He was just like,
oh, that way he gets different charges. If there's no bullet in the chamber, then he gets different charges.
Right. So like he got found guilty, and then it was like going to sentencing. He was like, we only asked that we go to state prison instead of city prison because
went to Alcatraz, didn't he?
Nah,
Somebody's in his booty. Somebody's in his booty.
They were like, if he goes to Allegheny County Jail, they will kill him in there. Do you really want that on your conscience? I was like, yeah, who is this dude? Like,
was he like really skinny or something?
He was like 55.
Oh, I mean, when you commit crimes when you're 55, you're past halfway to death.
Dude, look at
50. Who the fuck wants to live past 100?
Bro, I don't want
to live past 85. I tell my girls all the time, I want to die at 85. Like. You know where technology will be when I'm 85?
Really?
Think about where the world will be when you're 85. When I'm 85. Right now, I'm 34.
That's 30 years from where I'm sitting right now.
Right now,
85.
I'm 30. If I'm in 85, that's 50 years from now.
Yeah, don't rub it in.
Like that's
yeah,
rough.
For me too.
Like I wouldn't want to live on that shit. Like, oh my god, I can't.
You don't think barely... that's an interesting conversation. See, I want to live as long as I possibly can, as long as my quality of life is good.
Nah. I'm out of this fucking place. I want to see what the next.
Dude, honestly,
I want to see what the next stimulation is.
You're looking for
next
Bigfoot.
Party.
Honestly, I don't want to live past. I don't want to live past. Like, if I can't like how I'm taking that trip to Peru, if I can't do stuff like that, I don't want to live.
Yeah,
like, you might be able to do that when you're 85.
Yeah, maybe
I mean, if I
medicine,
can,
maybe
technology.
Maybe if I'm okay,
yeah,
taking
but
my
I don't want to
put it into somebody else's body and shit. I don't want to be getting skins and shit. But time I'm in my 80s, I think that'll be a thing. I'm dead fucking serious. I think you'll be able to take your conscience and shift it into somebody else's body. Nope, I'd rather just die. Let me die.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's why that's why the world's overpopulated right now is because we have too much medicine.
I think my mom taught me that death is not. I don't believe that it's not. I don't think that when you die, it's like, oh God, no, it can't be. It can't. Like, it can't. It doesn't, even with science, it doesn't make any sense. If you're alive, you can't just shut off and then stop and just disappear. It doesn't happen. Energy doesn't just disappear like that. It has to go somewhere.
Something else.
It has to go somewhere else. And like, you don't go to some place and sit up there with God and watch Steeler games. That's not what the fuck.
That's Manny's.
Yeah, eat for Manny's.
That's some real Lion King stuff right there.
I'm like, dude, I would like when by the time I'm old, by the time I'm 80, I'd be like, this shit gets on my fucking nerves. I hate all of you. And look
Think about an 80-year-old with a cell phone right now. Like an 80-year-old with a cell phone right now.
My mom's 60, and she hates it.
Yeah,
I can't imagine when she's fucking 20 years from now, she's really gonna hate this place.
My dad's 69, 70.
Yeah.
And he still has a flip phone. Like, and like I'll send him a text. He's like, I can read your text, but I just can't text you back. So like,
well, think about how they view life, though. I mean, if you put yourself in his shoes, I mean, to go and relearn that stuff.
I went, and I recently went to go pick up my stepson from my girl's parents, and her parents were there, and they're like in their 90s and 80s, and they're telling me about how they used to have the phone when they had their
Rotary.
phone, and multiple people could get on the
Yeah,
line.
party
when they were
line.
talking. Could you imagine?
I had that when I was
could
a
you
kid.
imagine that?
wait,
And
is that
now-
like the plug-in line stuff from like the
I had that
50s? Like,
we had that in the early 70s in Coriopolis and areas like this. We had
Everybody
party
could
like
get up
it was
and pick
cheap.
up. So imagine if you did that, and now the world you can do now. It's too much. It's too far past what you know. If you grew up, it's 1920. If you were born in 1930, if you were born in 1940, the world now it's a completely different
Yeah.
place, and it's changing like at a rapid pace.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's
wanna
awesome.
Be, I don't.
It's 'cause there's
I don't wanna
aliens.
See, yeah, I don't want to be. I've seen enough. I've watched. I'm like, I sit there. I watch Transformers.
I've
I'm like,
seen
I
enough.
know why the fucking technology. I don't want to do anything else. I'm
bro,
good. Dude.
I don't want to learn anything else. Like,
I hate keeping up with keeping up with technology as it is. I just learned how to fucking copy and paste. Now I got to do all this other shit.
Are you lumping technology in with social media?
No,
The social media annoys the shit
I'm
out
just
of me.
lumping technology in
It
with
just
the
does.
world. Then they
So I don't even know how to use my phone fully.
if you don't operate in technology and social media and stuff, you don't exist. Like certain people, like, oh, I have if for 30 you had a job in marketing 20 years ago. Your job doesn't exist anymore because no one buys things the same way. There's a
Right.
whole bunch of old guys sitting there like, well, these fucking millennials are taking my job. Motherfucker, you better catch
well,
up.
like, so
The
like,
world's
I work,
changing.
I work in sales. Like, I got,
Right.
like I said, I
Right.
sell furnaces.
Right.
And so like, you see these guys who are like 65, 70 years old, and they're still trying to do these sales jobs, and like, they're like. So I was in a meeting. Like,
Got a fax machine? The fuck, no?
I remember fax
Stuart,
machines.
pick that fucking
I
fax
used to
machine
use
down.
those.
Send me a
I was
fucking
in this
Snapchat.
meeting like 2-3 weeks ago, and this guy, and like, so we're trying to like fix all these problems with technical issues and stuff like this. And this guy, he's like the VP or whatever of his company. He's like, oh yeah, we just gotta push boxes, blah blah. And like, this is the first. Like, I've been working at this company for a little bit over a year. This is the first time I ever met this dude, and I was like, yo man, like. It's not about pushing boxes. Like, we're trying to fix the problem. Like, that's why, like, you're fucking up. And he was like, he looked at me. He was like, what? He had no idea what sounds like.
From reality.
I was like, listen, dude. This whole thing of just pushing boxes and saying, "Oh, hey, yeah, we'll figure it out later," that ain't gonna work. I was like, we need to fix the problems, and then we can sell this stuff. I said, if you don't fix the problems that we're telling you right now, I'm not trying to sell your equipment no more.
Right.
And he was just like, he had no idea what I was talking about.
The
I'm
world
just like,
changed.
you like, you
and
don't.
now with coronavirus, in the leapfrog instinct, everything just goes 360. And motherfuckers that didn't catch up, they got left behind. Sports that didn't catch up, they got left behind. Like,
That's right.
everything changed. If you can't
That's
get
right.
left up, you're left in the dark, sitting there scraping out, trying to get.
But I think we have. I think that's okay. So again, my perception is different. There's 20 years difference between us, but I feel vibrant. I feel I'm engaged. I feel I understand technology. I think I maneuver well. I compete against folks your age in real estate. I'm
You know
fine.
how
I do well.
You know how to do hashtags?
Of course.
What's trending on hashtags right now?
I don't pay attention to that.
Bro, I don't know. I don't know what's trending on
but I'm not
hashtags
trying to-
right now.
I don't know that either, but my sister, my
Oh,
younger
yeah,
sister does.
yeah.
And if
Yeah.
they have that type of understanding, if they get if they're
Oh,
in the
no,
same
no.
field as we are, they'll be able to outmaneuver
Trust
us in
me.
their job because of
Yeah,
that.
you're
I
right.
get it. Oh no, I'm not.
Go
saying-
ahead, try
I'm
to
not-
outmaneuver me in my field. I'm gonna neck crank the shit out of you.
You're going to jail, Dempsey. Like, sir, you can't grab that young lady because
But
she
I guess I'm
hashtagged
saying
you.
I don't find it difficult to stay current enough to enjoy life and really and to function with people from different age brackets. I don't find that a problem. I don't.
The other day,
I just don't.
An airplane saw a single person jet flying around in the air. And I'm like, it's over, dog.
Bro,
it's all.
That was like a month ago.
I was sitting there like,
yeah,
motherfuckers, it's ghost.
But they couldn't. But they went looking for him. They couldn't find him.
They called the company. The company like, oh, we don't know. We didn't give anybody. And I'm like, it's on. Motherfuckers gonna be flying around. It's fucking. It's time for the Mandalorians. It's on.
Dude, I would love a jetpack right now.
Me
I'm
too,
like,
man.
This is the future. And now, if you're
And you
old,
wouldn't want to be around for that?
I would, but the old person wouldn't. Someone that's 80
I'm an old person.
No,
I'm
you're
55 years old.
You're not an old person. If you're how old?
Here, I would
55.
If you were 80, you'd be old.
Okay.
I would
That's
only want a
old.
jetpack if like I could go like 100 miles an hour, so like I could get people
smash
like
right into a wall.
no, like I want like
There's Dempsey. He's dead for sure. That motherfucker.
you can't kill me. You can't kill me.
He's a strong motherfucker. but
We thought he was
not
dead a couple
less than
times
that.
prior, but
Yeah.
he's definitely dead
He's
now.
definitely dead now.
No, but like if I could just do like how the crow flies down to like Florida or something like that, like that's the only reason I want a
it's coming.
jetpack.
Don't you want to be around for that stuff though? You wouldn't want to be around for like we all have our own planes, like like flying cars. You wouldn't want to be around for that.
Humans are disgusting. I'm a realistic. Humans are disgusting. We deserve to be wiped out. We deserve to be completely like destroyed as a human race. We don't deserve the earth that we're on. So I don't want to see us having that type of power, like instant transformation, going to other planets, going to Mars and shit.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Nah, I don't want that type of shit. Nope.
See,
I don't want to see that.
But here's
Okay.
Here's how I look at it too. Is like, so everybody is like, oh yeah, you believe in aliens, you're crazy. Like, you're an arrogant son of a bitch if you
Right.
think that we're the only form of
That's
life
exactly
in this
right.
entire
That's the
galaxy,
epitome of human
universe, like-
arrogance.
But and it's
question.
like, I think like us here in the United States are even worse at it. Like
We don't even go outside of Pittsburgh.
No.
But we think we know everything.
Beer is the best.
We
And
think
that's
we
a
know
wrap,
everything.
and that's it.
It's like so I've got to travel.
Ohio. Why would I go to Ohio?
Yeah, exactly. You're still like, God damn, dog.
I've been real lucky. I've got to travel a lot and like see a lot of stuff and like just leaving Beaver County. Like there's so many people that I know that are just like they've never left Beaver County, and like I'll go into like a local bar and they're like, "Oh yeah, you fought in the UFC? That shit don't work around here." I'm like, "Oh, that's how it works." I fought the best in the world, but you, drunk Dave over here, that had 15 beers today.
Drunk
You're
Dave
gonna
from
whoop my
Midland.
ass. Like,
I black out and kill everybody in the.
oh yeah, like you train, but
this
seriously, I get so angry, and it's just like,
It's like, oh,
like the
that's good,
arrogance
dude.
is just unreal. Like,
But that's people just like it's. I'm just waiting for the jetpacks to get out.
this is my
You want a
favorite
Yeah,
one.
I want one. I'll probably die on it. I'm cool with it. Fucking-
Before him?
I don't know. He's a pretty big motherfucker, so he's not gonna be able to stop his jetpack before he slams into
Yeah,
the
but
wall.
he may bounce better than you.
Nah. Not going through the wall. He's big. He's going through the fucking wall. You're going 100 miles per hour. It's over. It's a wrap.
He's
dog.
Thor, man.
I am Thor. I'm gonna
He's
use my
Fat
hammer.
Thor. Fat Thor wasn't worth shit in that movie.
But
He
he's
wasn't
still
worth
you
shit.
still couldn't kill him.
Hold
though.
on, stop.
No,
Hey,
but he
help
was
me
fat.
understand. What's the difference between Thor and Fat Thor? I'm missing
You
something.
gotta see
Look,
Endgame
here we
Part
go.
2.
I'm missing
You've
something.
never seen the movie?
You
I
gotta
have
watch
not seen
Endgame Part 2.
No, I have not
You
seen
can't.
it.
How can you not talk? How can you talk about Star Wars? You've never seen Endgame. You never seen any of the.
I've seen
I
some
mean,
of them. I've seen
I
some of
wa-
Marvel's movies, yeah.
I watched
That's not
Marvel.
right.
I haven't seen
I
that one. I've
watched-
seen
Save
Thor.
yourself.
I've seen regular Thor.
I watched Marvel all the way through.
I've seen Star Wars. He hasn't seen Star Wars, for God's sake.
Yeah, we're off of being on seeing Star Wars. We're past that.
Being in this time, if you say, "Oh, I've never seen
Dude.
Infinity War," I look at
Dude,
motherfuckers like,
I'm
"The fuck you been
55
doing?"
years old.
But
And you're
listen,
talking about a Marvel movie. This is Star Wars. I grew up with Star Wars.
Didn't you grow up with comic books?
Not really, no.
Oh, okay. But the thing is, the comic books.
Spider-Man.
He's in the Marvel thing.
He's in Star Wars?
He's in
Yeah.
he's in Infinity War 1 and 2.
Yeah, I've seen all the Spider-Mans. I've seen the Hulk stuff. I didn't see the Thor
The
stuff.
simple fact that you say I've seen the Hulk stuff lets me know you ain't seeing. You
Yeah,
ain't watching
oh.
the shit. He goes, I've seen that.
The
Hulk
last,
stuff."
the last Hulk, the
Yeah.
last Hulk movie
It
was
was
2008.
He goes, with that Italian,
no.
with that
I'm talking about the one
Italian guy.
before that.
Yeah, see, he's like with the Italian guy.
Before that.
Ray, with that Ray guy that ripped your shirt off. This motherfucker, he never done with no CSI.
The last Hulk movie was the dude from American History X.
Which was good. He was a good Hulk too.
He was a good
Edward
Hulk.
Newton, right?
Edward Norton.
Edward
Yeah,
Newton.
that's it.
Edward Newton's his son,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Guy,
That was a
same guy.
disturbing movie.
What?
The one.
American History. Yes.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
We put a guy put his head on that curb and stepped on that.
Oh,
That
my
freaked me the
God.
fuck out.
Then in the end, you're just like, fuck. That's
Okay.
such a good movie.
I mean, so it was a good movie, but here's the thing.
I remember the first Fantastic
If somebody
Four.
tells me to put my face and bite a curb,
I'm
hey,
gonna die.
you
You're not-
better
you're
kill me. I ain't put my mouth on that curb. Like,
Well,
yeah.
I'm just saying. I mean, you drink a couple more of those Trulies, we're putting your mouth on that curb out there and testing you out.
You can do
We
that.
won't step on
I
you.
ain't doing that shit.
We won't step on you. We just want to see if you put your mouth on the curb.
No, American. Yeah, that was fucking wild. What year did that come out?
20-some years ago.
It was before Hulk, and Hulk was 2008.
You guys
That was
remember the
way-
first Fantastic Four?
Yeah, that was horrible.
Bad.
The first one was bad. The second
Silver
one, the Silver
Surfer.
Surfer, was great. I lived
Yeah.
in New York when that one came
I
out.
see. The first one was so bad I didn't watch the Silver Surfer.
No, dude, when he went through the wall,
Was there a third one?
No, yeah, there was. No, yeah, it was. It used the dude who played Killmonger.
All right.
It was fucking trash, like so bad,
Garbage.
like Dookie butt, like straight out of somebody's butt. Hat Duke just.
And
dripping down her
they
pants, but-
redid it again a couple years ago, right? Wasn't there like a more recent
No,
Fantastic
that
Four?
was the last one. It had the that guy in
Okay.
it. What's his name? Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, he was.
Who was the dude? It was the Rock dude.
It's Glover.
You mean The
Time.
Thing?
He's the guy from
The Thing.
He was the guy from the Shield.
Shield.
Yeah,
back,
yeah.
He was
That's
back on the Shield.
He didn't even need any makeup.
Wait, crazy story about that show. Remember the crazy dude on the Shield? Like his buddy was a cop, was fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Remember? So that
Yeah.
guy, I remember he was doing an interview one time. He goes, I'm sitting in L.A. and I'm at this yogurt spot, and he goes, this guy comes up to you, he goes, hey, we're just alike. He's like, what? He goes, yeah, you and me like Mac. And he goes, Mac's out of his fucking mind. He goes, I'm sitting there talking to this fucking lunatic, eating yogurt and shit, like horrified. I go, dude, that's a role that I play. That's not a real person.
Isn't that dude in
Everything.
He's in a
He's
TV
in the Predator
show.
movies. He was in the Predator.
He's in a TV show on something.
About the cowboy cop, long shot or
Longmire.
Longmire.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what he was in.
Yep.
That's what he was in.
But the guy that played The Thing, the cop from The Shield, where's he been?
enjoying his money.
He might
and
have
shit.
died.
No, I don't think he died. He's enjoying his money.
Let's hope he's
See,
enjoying his
us
money.
regular people don't understand. I hate when people are us regular people that, oh well, fuck. I'm like, listen, you don't understand. When you're filthy rich, you just
You can
enjoy
disappear.
being filthy rich.
Yeah.
You can like us poor people. We can't just disappear. Motherfucker, I gotta go to work.
Dude, you don't want to know what term I heard the other day? It cracked me up. So I was texting this girl, and
She had fat booty.
she was
The
like,
girls gonna watch it.
Circle?
Like, what the fuck was that about?
she was
a joke.
like, she was like, don't judge me, I'm a NARP. And I was like, what
A
the
NARP?
fuck is a NARP? And she goes, a non-athletic regular person.
I've never people that
I've never heard that term before in my life.
That's out the people in line at Target.
No,
I was
100% of people at Walmart.
I was
No, there's another acronym for them.
Yeah.
she was like, don't judge me, I'm a NARP. And I was like, what's a NARP? And she said non-athletic regular person. I started dying, dude. Like, I was so funny.
Non-athletic regular person. Wow. I've never heard that.
What is?
Me neither. That was the
Wait.
first time. This was like,
I
this
gotta-
was like
I
last
gotta
week.
forget.
I'm gonna get that on a t-shirt and say, "Don't be a narc." No, I swear to God, my girl, she has a fucking a cricket. She's gonna start making me these shirts. Ed Lattimore, one of his biggest
Yeah.
things is fucking crack addict, crackhead work ethic. I'm gonna get that
Don't
shirt.
let it- no, it says,
don't get outworked by a crack addict.
don't get outworked by a crackhead.
Crackhead work ethic, all kinds. I'm gonna get all kinds of shirts with letting people like don't get outworked by. a
Now,
crack
how
addict,
do you
real
know
shit.
Ed?
I'm from fighting.
Okay.
Ed's from
I've known him from
Ambridge.
Yeah,
I've known
you know,
Ambridge for.
Yeah.
I mean, I've known Ed for a
Ed's
long
been
time.
on a couple times.
I've known him from the fight. He was I think my second fight. I remember he was like a big ass black dude with a cowboy hat. I'm like, what the fuck is this motherfucker?
Bro,
Looking like
you remember
Mel
when
Blunt
he
and
almost-
shit. Like what the fuck?
Do you remember when Ed almost joined that one league over in Germany where it was, okay, you did a round of boxing and then you had a 5-minute round of chess?
No.
Dude.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so Ed was about to do this thing. So it was
He's a master. I know he's a master chess. He's like,
Absolutely.
So it was boxing chess. So he did a 5-minute round of boxing, or it was a 3-minute, whatever it was.
Okay.
You did a round of boxing and then a round of chess. And how you lost was you either got knocked out or checkmate. So like you're taking all these shots to the head, and then you're gonna have to figure out this chest. And like
in Germany, right?
It was like I'm pretty sure it was Germany or something.
By the time I got to the chest, the guy knocked the board up. Fuck this shit. I was watching. There's my girl's watching a show on Netflix. My girl Nicole, she's like very smart, like way too smart to be with me. I mean, like high IQ, like stupid high IQ, like she
Tom managed to stay single all these years,
dude,
bro. Like, I mean, I'm way too dumb to be with anybody.
Dude, her eyes, like she like watch like she'll watch like Neil deGrasse, what's his name?
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, she like that's her. Like she like I took her to go see him in Pittsburgh because like, she like reads his books and watches
he's amazing.
shit. I'm like, boring. Somebody turn on Joe Rogan. That's
He's been on
but
Joe Rogan.
Actually, I like him because he can connect with people.
Absolutely.
Like most really, really smart people can't. They're like weirdos.
There's 4 or 5 guys like him, like Brian Green, Sean Carroll. Those guys can
Joe
connect.
Rogan.
Yeah. Yeah. When he's drugged up.
That's what my life has turned into in my frat boy summer.
You count cars?
I'm Alan from The Hangover. I got long hair.
Don't go counting cars. Motherfuckers will get you snatched up down that casino in Pittsburgh. We're not in well.
Counting cars isn't illegal. It's just frowned upon, like jacking off on a plane.
Hey, in the book. Thank you. Where's the camera? Just so you guys know, us professional fighters do not all jack off in planes. I don't know what the fuck he's talking
I'm saying lines from The Hangover, bro.
I don't know what he's talking. He's always with an iron like, let's go beat dummy. Like, Dempsey said, I gotta make weight. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god. We've been everywhere. I mean, like, this has been
from aliens to jerking off with that's covered every.
I mean, is that really that far off?
Not really.
It's pretty close. I mean,
actually, people
UFOs.
that believe in aliens jerk off on airplanes. Right on the back of other people's seats. Just sit there, have a Snickers, beat your meat, watch another ancient alien. Don't even go wash your hand. Just touch your fucking screen with your.
I was flying back from Greece. I was supposed to get married like 2 years ago. I went on my honeymoon still
without your wife.
No, with her. It was real awkward. But like, so we're flying.
Y'all went together when y'all had split up?
Yeah, it was weird. So we're flying back.
Wait, back up. Wait, no.
Let's just skip over that part.
Don't gloss over that.
But let's go on this vacation together.
Yeah, we called off everything. We're still going to take the trip.
It was like 10 days before, so like it was international, like they had like a flight log.
Yeah.
So all right, so here's a funny story from there. We get to Santorini and there's this girl in the hotel has a hat on that says Mrs. Dempsey, and I'm like, I see it, I'm like, whatever, like somebody like forgot to like cancel or whatever. And so I'm like standing at the pool bar like a day or two later, and this dude smacks me on the back, and I'm like, yeah, like I'm about to fight this guy. Like I've been drinking a little bit. It's like noon.
Right.
And he's like, what's that on your arm? And I was like, it's my name. What are you talking about? He goes, oh, you must be their family from America. And I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, the Dempsey wedding. We're having it here tomorrow. I was like, you got to be shitting me. You can't write this in a book.
Wait, what?
So there was these people from England that had their last name. The dude, the groom, his last name was Dempsey. And they were having the wedding right outside of our hotel
That's
room.
Unbelievable.
Holy shit.
That's unbelievable.
I was like, you seriously can't write this in a book.
That would have made me be drunk for a week.
Yeah.
But I went to this Irish bar down in like downtown Santorini.
Yeah.
And the dude was like, did you fight in Ireland? And I was like, yeah, why? He's like, I watched it. And I was like, oh, thanks. He goes, it's all right. It didn't work out for you. I was like, oh, this dude definitely watched the fight then.
That's wrong.
It's a wait.
That
I
is
love.
wrong.
But
That
then he
is so
paid
wrong.
that he was our waiter and he paid for everything for the rest of the day.
Oh, fuck,
it was like
that's
400.
awesome.
Like our bill was like $500, and like,
The
he just,
sympathy
he
you
was
get,
just like,
you get your ass kicked. Like, oh my god, people
He didn't pay for that. His
Dude,
boss
I
probably
remember-
paid for that.
yeah, it got wrote off. It got wrote off. Like
I remember when I got knocked out here in Pittsburgh at the fucking casino, and that one dude was like, "Hey man, here's $100." And I was just like, "Yo, dude, I don't want your fucking." Goes, just take it and take your girl. Man, fuck y'all. I want to earn my money. I'm like, no, I want your fucking $100 to get my ass kicked.
I was just pumped that some random dude in Greece knew who I was. I was like, how the hell does that even happen? Like,
Yeah, that's a little odd. There's a lot of odd things happen to you. I'm actually worried about you going to Peru now.
I'm encouraging. I might just put DMT in your pocket. Like, write a take me note on it. So when you're drunk, take me. What the fuck? Oh, fuck. Yeah.
my organ. I'm not coming back with all my organs.
No, I see you coming back like that man from fucking, what's it called?
From Uncle.
Nah, the guy with one arm from fucking, the criminal movie. It wasn't me. It was the guy with one arm. That's you can come back. What's his name? Usual Suspect or whatever? Nah. The guy with Michael, fucking, the fugitive. Motherfucker with one arm that commit the crime. You can come out. You're going to have a missing arm, basically. That's what I'm saying.
He's got that glazed look over there. You know?
I get it.
You get it? You get
I
it now?
understand.
You're going to lose your arm in Peru.
I mean, I understood it from the beginning.
So why
I just
look-
didn't know because you were like trying to describe a movie. I had no
You know
idea what
fucking
movie you were talking
Everybody
about.
knows
Like,
the movie. Goes, it wasn't me. It was the man with one arm.
I've
Everyone's
never
fucking-
seen that movie.
You never seen Star Wars. You've never seen The Fugitive. Are you telling me you've never seen The fucking Fugitive? It wasn't me. It was the man with one arm. I know you know what I'm talking about.
I never
know
seen
what you're
it.
talking about. You haven't seen that movie?
You ever seen the second one with Wesley Snipes? That was even better. I didn't know those two were together until like 5 years ago.
you
I
sure?
watched them back to back, and I was like, "Oh
I've
shit!"
never-
these are the same
I've never watched a
people.
Blade movie the whole way through.
You know, Blade saved Blade saved. If it wasn't for Blade, we wouldn't have any Marvel movies now. Blade is the only reason we have Marvel movies now. Like that saved the Marvel movies.
Now, he might
I've
not
never
be able to
seen
be
it.
friends with you now, maybe.
Dude, you're
He
fucking
wasn't
up.
really friends with me before.
You're fucking up big time right now. I'm a big movie buff, and you're fucking up on some real serious stuff right now.
Dude, I didn't get to watch movies when I was a kid.
That's not. I was homeschooled, motherfuckers. You can't blame that. I had a lot of. I didn't even like know what Sesame Street was. My mom didn't watch that shit. I watched that dumb shit. Watch real education. Like my mom put me outside into nature and do shit to like learn nature and like learn like not Sesame Street.
He had to watch David Attenborough
Yeah.
instead of Grover on Sesame Street.
Did you watch Bob Ross?
My mom like reading
Happy
Rainbow.
Little Clouds.
My mom like reading Rainbow a lot, and she liked what's it called? Fucking what's his name? Mr.
He knows
Rogers.
why I asked him that.
Bob Ross. That's the guy I watched. No, I did. I sort of watched Bob. You know who really is Bob Ross? I actually need to tell Bob. Hit up Pena. Be like, yo, you know who's really Bob Ross? My head coach, Master Whitefang. You ever met Master Whitefang?
I never I know who he is, but I never really met
Dude,
him.
he's like this engineer white guy with gray hair, salt and pepper hair,
With glasses.
He's
I mean, I
a
can
real
see
life
it.
violent Bob Ross because he was like, hello.
Violent Bob
Dude, he
Ross.
literally. 'Cause I
So
find
the dude
guy
he
I
fought,
find-
his name was Violent Bob Ross. So he fought this dude, and like 3 weeks later, me and Isaac go down to Florida. I had this tournament down in Florida. So our buddy Cody, he's like down there at ATT training. So like we're not even supposed to be in there. So
Yeah, it's COVID time and shit.
yeah, it's COVID time. We're not even supposed to be in there. So we walk in there, and like this is like 3 weeks after Khama choked this dude out.
Right.
And we walk in, and this dude's standing right there, and like I'm like whatever. I'm like looking at my phone. I look up, and he's standing right there. I'm like, so like I didn't even take like a step, and I texted him. I was like, yo, your man, Violent Bob Ross is over here.
Violent Bob.
Well, this is the thing. He was one of the coolest people I've ever fought before. Like him or Francis Healy, like one of some of the coolest people. After we fought, like I'm like, oh, I could be cool with these guys. I can go hang out with them.
Right.
Like it's crazy because like I went to go pick up my stepson the other day from my girl's parents' house, and after our fight, me and Bob Ross took a picture. And that picture is on the side of the fridge at my girl's parents' house. And I asked he was like, I always like that picture, Charlie. He like blew it up. It's like this big. It's like, so I need to hit up Bob Ross. Like, yo, you're on the side of my friends. Like they love you too, dog. Like you're part of the fam.
I'm not gonna lie, he was a cool dude. When like I met him, he was a really cool dude.
He was
but, like,
super fucking cool.
I just felt so awkward because I helped you get ready for that fight, and then you choked him out in the Pittsburgh choke, and then I'm just like, I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here.
Wait, did you tell him like, hey, come on, see what's up?
I didn't tell him that.
I actually want to go down there.
Well, you can go down there. Dalton and Cody are both down there.
There's a problem though. I might be fighting fucking Brock Waver. Brock Waver fights there, trains there. If I beat Brock Waver, which I will.
I mean, do you want help or not?
What?
Like, I'm just like, you're like, I really want to go there, but
I mean, if I find another guy from down there, then they're gonna be like, yo, fuck that dude. Come on.
You want Steve Mowry's down at Black Zillions too.
There's not a lot of 55ers.
I keep calling it Black Zillions. It's not Black Zillions anymore. They have like 3 new names since Black Zillions.
Trying to kill me from there and shit. Like now they're like Stallions or what they call it. Like,
dude, last time I went down there, Derek Brunson was down there, and like he's like, "Oh, you wrestled at UPJ, huh?" Because
Derek Brunson. Who's Derek Brunson?
85-pounder UFC.
Yo, but Derek Brunson's the shit.
He wrestled at Pembroke when I was at UPJ. He's like, "Oh yeah, you're UPJ's heavyweight. I remember you." And I was like, and I remembered who he was, and I was like, "Yeah, that's sweet. Cool. You remember that who I was?" And so like, we drilled the entire time last time I was down there.
Brunson reinvented himself. People keep acting like they don't act. There's so many people.
Bro, did you see that Rob Whittaker fight?
Yeah.
So many people were just like, "Oh yeah, Jared
Cannera."
Yeah,
I like the gorilla. Don't say no shit about the gorilla. He's the most unique person out.
So here's the thing, though, is like when you have somebody like that who has so much knockout power, but then you have somebody like Whittaker who he's so smart. Like he's tough as hell. 2, he's very skilled, and 3, he's very smart IQ. Like. People were like, "Oh yeah."
I thought the girl was gonna beat him.
I didn't.
But Whittaker,
there's
no way I thought that
was
southpaw, he'd get on him. But when he switched to southpaw, Whittaker kept throwing that head kick, and he couldn't get away from it.
That 2 head kick,
it fucking caught him like that delayed ass fucking head kick. Like,
but then Jared caught him in the freaking in the third.
Jared Cutner has shotguns on his fucking arm.
Right, exactly. He has huge knockout power, but like. Whittaker, I think Whittaker is the only one who gives Izzy a fight at all.
I don't think there's
anybody
the gorilla does. What's his name?
Jared.
No. The white gorilla. There's 2 gorillas. There's Jared Cannera. Then there's Till. Till's the gorilla too.
I didn't know that was.
He's the gorilla. He's the gorilla too. So I think he gives him his problem. There's a couple other guys.
Why do you think Till gives him problems? I don't think Till gives him problems.
His length. Israel Adesanya is just like John Jones. He fights with his abilities, his length and his abilities. Till has knockout power and he's long. He gives him problems. He'll give him problems.
But Till's only a boxer though.
He won't. Till will get in. Numbnuts is just fought like a fucking idiot. Like I don't get that. Like he was supposed to come in, he just didn't. He just got his leg chopped to death and never approached. Never.
Who fought him?
Paulo Costa. I have no idea what the fuck that was about.
I'm not gonna lie, I hate Paulo Costa.
Why?
I think he's a douchebag.
I mean, he's obviously a douchebag. He takes his shirts off for national TV and goes, yeah. Anybody takes his shirts off and points at their abs like.
I would love to just smack Paulo Costa right across the face.
You think you could?
Yeah.
It's tough. That's tough.
I think my jiu-jitsu is better than Paulo Costa.
Your jiu-jitsu is way better than Paulo fucking Costa's. Like.
I mean, I'm obviously I don't want to get hit by him, but like, if I just walked up to him and smacked him, and he like, we're already right there. Like, okay, you're gonna grab me.
Just putting this out, Paulo Costa. I need to remember. I need to put this stuff out because I forget sometimes that I'm in the UFC and I see these motherfuckers and they're like, "Yo, bitch, where's your homie at?" Just talking about that shit. I'm like, "Yo, dog, whoa, homie, whoa, that was Dempsey talking all that shit. You Paulo Costa like 80 other fucking Brazilians about to stomp me out in the hotel or some shit." I'm like, "Yo, hold up, man. Just to put that out there, Dempsey wants to fuck you up. I ain't got no problems with you, dog. Like I'm cool with you, but if I'm with my man and he starts whipping that ass, we gonna get in the fight. I'm on his side."
I'm just saying, he quit being such a douche, man. Quit being such a douche.
He calls you a douchebag.
I'm just saying.
Now, before we like end this shit.
Yes.
Pound for pound. I'm gonna get to that real quick.
We were talking about this
right.
before. I didn't think we were ever gonna get to
We'll
it.
get to this. Pound for pound is meaning that person can transfer from any weight and still beat that person in different weight classes.
Okay.
Anderson Silva is the only person to transfer from weight to weight, defend his title like 8 fucking times. In the meantime, go up and fight former world champions and knock them unconscious. Anderson Silva is fighting this weekend for his retirement fight. Even if he's been on a 6-fight losing streak, doesn't matter. Anderson Silva is pound for pound the greatest. Everybody else can all sniff ass behind Anderson Silva. Fuck y'all. Fuck Khabib. Fuck John Jones. I'm not talking shit on Khabib. I know his dad just died and stuff. It's a sad moment. He done shit. That's cool. But he only defended his title 3 times. John Jones never jumped weight and did it. Anderson Silva would save cards. He would put his risk of being undefeated world champion and go up a weight class against a former world champion and knock him out. That's the GOAT shit. No one else does that.
Okay, so I'm going to start off by saying, skill-wise, in his prime.
I watched him the other day fight Dan Henderson.
Can I finish?
I watched him fight Dan Henderson last night.
Can I finish?
watched that shit. Was like, Anderson Silva was God.
Can I finish?
It was God.
In his prime, skill-wise, nobody beats Anderson Silva. And he is such a humble dude on top of that. It's
normal.
So
your leg's broken. It's normal.
So like the best skilled martial artist I think of all time, if you just look at skill wise, is Anderson Silva. I will agree with you there. But he's hung on too long. He's hung on way too long.
Okay.
That's the thing that makes him go. He's not afraid of failure.
And so
everyone else, Khabib's like, I'm retired. I'm the best right now. I don't want to see myself fail. You're not the GOAT. The GOAT is okay with losing.
And so, like, I heard an interview one time of Anderson Silva saying, like, I love doing this. Like, I'm just going to keep doing it because I love it. And, like, I was like, wow, like, that's awesome. Like, so that made me like him even more.
Right.
And, like, I'm just like, okay, like, he knows, like, he's past his prime, but he just loves fighting and he loves competing. So, like, that gave me a little bit even more respect for him. But in the way that Khabib retired, like, I'm not gonna lie, I teared up a little bit. Like when he was like, you never seen him show. Don't look at me like that. I'm a.
You don't even fucking know that guy. What the fuck you crying for, man? You cried when I won my UFC fight. The fuck you crying when Khabib cried? The fuck you don't even know that motherfucker? I ain't crying.
I think it's just been the year I've had.
That's great.
I think it's just been the year I've had. But like, you've never seen Khabib show emotion ever. And in his entire career, you've never seen him show emotion. And then
Except for Tiramisu comes out and he starts eating it. That's a Tony Ferguson quote. Tiramisu, motherfucker.
But then he starts bawling as soon as the fight comes out, and then like when he's just like, "Hey, I'm not fighting without my dad no more." Like
I get that. That doesn't make him the greatest though. He's an honorable son. He's not.
So I think the question really is the greatest or the most dominant? Because if you want to say most dominant, then Anderson Silva is not in the discussion anymore.
Ready? I bet you go and look at it and see how many knockouts Anderson Silva had.
But you can't say most dominant because of his last 3 years.
But that doesn't matter. When he was the champion, when Anderson Silva was the champion, they start to tailor make people to beat him. They go, all right, fuck this guy, Chelson, here he goes. This guy. They never pulled someone up. They never built someone up. Khabib
one of the
was never
things
champion. He only defended his title 3 times.
But look at the gauntlet he went through to get to his title.
Who did he beat to get there?
I mean, I don't know his record.
Barbosa. He beat Barbosa. That's the only. He beat Barbosa and Michael Johnson,
who were very good and ranked at the time.
Bruh, you could beat Michael Johnson tomorrow.
He's 155. I mean, I can beat you tomorrow too.
Yeah, man. I ain't let you. You ain't beat me as bad as you beat Michael Johnson. The fuck out of here. No, don't get me wrong. Khabib has done it. Khabib's last 3 fights have been hard. But he also went to decision against fucking. He went to decision against fucking my man from fucking Staten Island.
Oh, your man. You don't even remember his name?
Raging Al. He went to decision against Raging Al.
Eloquent. You mean Dom Mazzara?
5 rounds against.
Don't Eloquent to look exactly like Dom.
He went 5 rounds at Raging Al. You can't be compared to GOAT. Go 5 rounds at Raging Al.
And LaQuinta took that fight on like
a 3-day notice, and he couldn't finish him.
Yeah, how about out in New Jersey? When I fought out in New Jersey, I made Dom out in Ireland wanted to take a picture with everybody. So I'm like, yo, quit being a fanboy. Like, I'm
cut you off real quick. Dear UFC fans, I am a UFC fighter. I am still a fanboy. I like people's posts. I post on their thing and say, yo, great shit. I'm still a fanboy, so it's okay to be a fanboy. Fuck what he's about to say. My last fight, I was a co-main event. I'm standing behind Angela Hill, and I'm like, yo, what's up, Angela Hill?
I hate fanboys.
And she was like, I'm like, oh my God, that's
So
I'm like a fucking 5-year-old. I'm like,
I think Forrest Griffin actually pissed me off and made me not want to be a fanboy. But like,
he's such a nice guy, though.
Yeah, he was like, Dom goes and he's like, oh, that's Forrest Griffin. I'm gonna go take a picture with him. So Dom goes and takes a picture with him, and he's like, oh, what weight are you fighting? 170? And I was like, 205. And he looks at me and goes, oh, who you fighting? And I told him, and he's just like,
God damn, he's big as shit.
He's like, oh, yeah, I guess he's not that big either. And I was like, man, I want to fight you right now, bro. Like, but
Forrest Griffin's right sitting like, this motherfucker just don't want to stop eating. He should
so
be
what's that one dude? His last name's Hardy?
Dan Hardy.
Yeah.
The outlaw.
Whatever. I don't know.
Would you say his name? Who you think he was? You think he was Tom Cruise or somebody?
Yeah, so he's asking me questions because I guess he was like the announcer for the fight. So he's asking me questions, and he had this freaking mohawk.
Yeah,
and
he's an outlaw. That's why he has a mohawk.
And I was like, yeah, man, this dude's weird. And so he
fought
like,
for a world title against George St. Pierre.
Yeah,
he fought for a world title against George St. Pierre.
So
that's the only. My fault. Real quick, that's the only person that can compete is George St. Pierre.
George St. Pierre, I think he can compete. Yeah, for sure.
As the GOAT status.
Yeah,
he's lost and come back.
I agree. And so he keeps coming up and asking me questions, and I'm like finally I'm like, bro, like, get away from me. You're a weirdo. Like, leave me alone. And so Dom comes up to me.
I'm sorry, Dan Hardy. I apologize. I get it. Because I see these motherfuckers on a daily basis in my fucking job. And Dan Hardy, just in case you watch this video, you're cool as fuck. I don't know what his problem was. I know your British accent is catchy.
I didn't like somebody asking me questions about myself.
Even though you work for the UFC and that's your fucking job, I apologize, Dan Hardy.
Nobody told me what I was getting into. So like... So Don was like, do you know who that was? And I was like, no, I don't know who that was. He goes like, that's Dan Hardy. And I was like, what, you mean like the Hardy Boys from WWE or something?
On that note, we're closing this interview. His motherfucker thought he was one of the fucking Hardy Boys.
Dom looks at me, he goes, don't ever fucking talk to me again.
I completely know exactly how he was feeling. Like, the WWE Hardy Boys? Like, that shit that the drunk guy says at the bar. Like,
I wasn't drunk, bro.
I know, but that's the shit that the drunk guy says at the bar. Like, Dan Hardy, like the Hardy Boys. Nah, dog.
My Beaver County was showing there.
My Beaver County was showing. Shit. Oh, man.
All right, before we wrap this up, I've laughed my ass off. This has definitely been some funny stuff. What's on tap for you? What's the immediate plans in the next month or so, besides going to Peru?
Somebody's mom.
I hate you.
I can almost see that happening, right?
I hate you. So I'm High Rollers, January 9th.
Okay.
Going out there, try to compete there.
What's that at?
Vegas.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah.
You like what are you doing? Is it like
It's open. Well, they do weight classes and open. So I'm gonna try to win my weight class and then try to win open, win 2 pounds of weed that I'm not gonna smoke.
Let me know. I'm just joking. Let me know when you get that 2 pounds of weed. I'm just joking. I may or may not know someone that can have you. I'm just joking. They can help you with that.
I also know somebody who might be able to help me move that stuff.
All right.
He's just joking.
Just joking.
Yeah, we're definitely joking. What's up for you, man?
like I said, hopefully December, finish up my 4-fight contract and take it from there, and hopefully get a renewed contract and fight. I want to fight like 4 times next year too.
Okay.
I only got to fight 3 times this year. I want to be active. I hate being. I'm old. I'm 34. I'm only gonna fight for maybe 3 more years. I want to get at least like a good 12 fights this year.
Okay.
I gotta get busy. I want to get busy, man. Fuck that. I want to get as many fights as possible in. So I'm definitely gonna be fighting in December, and then getting some fights in next year and shit. So
All right.
I'll be training with this motherfucker on Thursdays. Unfortunately.
Gentlemen, I appreciate it. This, you know, what was awesome about this for me was able to see you guys relax and have a conversation and bullshit each other, and then truly, of course,
that helps out a lot.
That didn't hurt. That didn't hurt. But just to eavesdrop in on it was awesome. So again, and like I said, you both have an open door here anytime you want.
Man, we're out to get. What we'll have to do is, how many people can we get here?
You can add another one. We get another seat.
One more.
I mean, we could bring.
I say we should bring Mark. I say bring
Bruh,
Mark.
if we bring Mark, if we bring Mark, neither one of us are gonna get to say a word.
I'm gonna fuck. Bring Mark, and he'll just bounce off. He'll just take his headphones off and just sit there. Hey, bring another person. I'm just gonna watch this whole fucking show.
No hating on Adam, but I mean, Adam would
We can
definitely not make it that funny.
We can actually bring 2 more in. We can put
Adam,
someone at the
Adam
end.
won't be one of them.
No.
We'll bring Mark.
Adam,
and
sorry, Adam, that wasn't me.
Mark and Dom, or maybe my little brother. He'll just sit there creepers.
I
Every
think
now and then he'll
if
say
we
some
can bring
real
2
rude
more,
shit out.
if we can bring 2 more, it has to be.
Ed?
It has to be one of 3 or 2 or 3 people.
Okay.
Mark, Dom, and Wilkins. Because I mean, if you look at that, that's the 5 who started
here we
it.
go. So we'll get the 3 of them together. We'll throw a sharp pencil in the middle, and they have to kill one person, and whoever's left gets to come.
Like loser out. It has to be one of those 3.
I actually want to do one with Big Ed too, because Ed Latimer's fucking hilarious. That dude's fucking.
Dude, I would do one with Ed. I would do one with Ed.
Let's see if we can get that arranged.
He's smart as hell.
He's
We'll
great.
both
He's
look
a
like a
good
bunch
time.
of idiots.
That's cool. But
He's a good time.
He connects with us though.
He's a good time.
Us local people.
Dude, when I would go up to boxing gym and talk to him, he would I would say something and he would wait for 30 seconds and contemplating it and then respond, and I'm just like, yeah, this dude is way too
Oh, no.
Stop playing chess
I
with
told him,
your
I
words,
said, I get
motherfucker.
done with the show with Ed, going one-on-one for 2 hours. My head
How
hurts.
dumb do you feel?
My head hurts when I'm done.
When I talk to Ed, I feel like an idiot.
Yeah, my head hurts.
Smart.
Smarter, because I mean he made you smarter with what you
I
just
just
said.
feel smart. Everything he says, I just piggyback on the back of his
See, you should have your own. You should have your own podcast.
I just jump on the back of his shit. Like, yeah, I know. So what I was thinking was, he's like, damn, dog. Give a pound and shit. Yeah, like I said though, I'm intellectual, so I can just connect with people.
Bro,
No college experience.
I Kong smash stuff. That's what I do.
You cock smash? You what? Did he say cock
I
smash
said
stuff?
Kong. Kong
On
smash.
that note,
Like King Kong?
guys, I appreciate it.
Thank
This
you.
was awesome.
Thanks
Thank you
for
so
having
much.
us
Oh,
on.
this is awesome. Anytime. We'll do it again.
Definitely.
Even it'll be even more nuts next time.
Yes.
We'll
All
bring
right.
more
More
Trulies.
people.
All right, friends.
Yes.
Oh, God Almighty. We're out.
Peace. Oh, that was fun.
Dude.